All right. Let's start.
Raw
Let me get
pizza.
my session stuff up. Hold on. Wait.
Wood-fired pizza.
Delicious.
Up now.
I hardly know her. So,
What?
last time we played, you guys got attacked by crocodiles. That was fun. You also met one Ketagoon, and eventually an ex-Cal who, once again, is not here. So, you know, whatever. But you met them and began crossing the river that I totally remember the name of. Hold on. Wait. The Fenwater River. There you go. And you guys got attacked by crocodiles. That was good. You guys enjoyed that, especially Hierophant. He had a lot of fun with that.
I never got hurt. I never got hit.
No, I know. Yeah, I'm saying you had a lot of fun with it because your spirit guardians just fucking eviscerated him.
Yeah. I think I got hit once. One of the tails went ouchie.
Yeah. So you guys did that, survived that, and then continued on to the Great Mahogany, a very giant, ancient silver oak tree, known as the Watcher. And some of you had visions, specifically Senna and Hierophant. You guys had visions.
I never had a vision in my life.
You guys had visions of two of the ancient heroes of Rendell. One, Aluna from Harbil, and Borya from Alana. And we left off, I believe, just coming out of Hierophant's vision.
Yeah.
So, having now seen this vision meeting the one and only Borya, how does Hierophant react as he wakes into the world he's used to?
Kind of awaken in the mortal plane now.
Mm-hmm.
I think to myself,
What a wonderful world.
what a wonderful world.
What a wonderful world.
Kind of stopped looking at it because I remember I just looked at it dead in the eyes because crystal's on about its way. I looked at it very intent.
Mm-hmm.
I take my face away from big ass crystal, and I'm like, oh, so that's how that feels. That's fucking terrifying. Okay.
Candace will look at you and be like, what?
You know, that vision shit where you met the Nemret and Fahil. Oh, that shit's weird, man.
Did you have a vision?
Yeah, I had one of those. Yeah.
Oh.
That was crazy. That was wild. That was an interest. I've never had one of the two. You see, I'm right over there. He's had those crystals for a long time. I never actually had one. Now I have, and I.
So wait, you've never had one of those visions before?
Nah, not until just now.
Are you the only one of the group who hasn't?
Well, she showed up before Birdie's new character, right?
Yes.
Yeah. As far as the three original ones you knew, yes, I was the only one.
Well, one never came with.
Well, it wasn't here when she came.
true.
Oh, yeah.
The original four, Birdie Plant had left. And then it was just me, you, and Fahil for a session.
Alright.
No, I was pretty trippy. Anyway, pretty sure we're supposed to kill Zanhoon. Told you so. Yeah. That was interesting. I'm gonna go lay down now.
Senna just screams from the background. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, new girl gets it. She gets it. Hierophant lays down.
Okay.
That was a lot to take in, bro.
Yeah, Hierophant lays down. You see a very clearly very deep in thought as he lays down. Candace looks a little dumbfounded. Elias at this point has kind of snuck off to go visit his grandfather or great-grandfather's grave, so he's not here currently. Yeah. So there's three other people here who haven't had visions yet. Interesting, isn't it?
I'm blind.
What would you guys like to do after Hierophant says all that and lays down? What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to force crystals into your eyes until you have
Come here, Death Trap! I need to put this in your eye!
Shove the crystal into their eye socket.
Ram jam it, bro.
I mean, pretty much quite a lot of things that are negative that have happened to Fahil have happened because of these crystals. So he's kind of, reluctant to touch them again.
That's true. He has had some traumatic experiences with it, yeah.
Although...
they are, I mean... You've seen these crystals before. I mean, you've had them for a long time.
yeah.
They're definitely the same crystals. You've just never seen them in such abundance, number one, and so massive. Like, there are just, like, giant crystals just jutting out of the ground. Probably going up a good 80 feet into the sky.
You know what?
Like, you could, like, camp under one of these fucking things. They're massive.
Can you think of the lamps you could make out of them? But
Could do that.
do you know what's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen?
We're gonna touch one of those crystals and have a vision, but not before I look Senna dead in the eyes. I do the whole pointing at my eyes with two fingers thing, then pointing at her, and I say, if anything happens, this is your fault.
Bitch.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So after a bit of confused silence, Fahil will stand up, give a I'm watching you to Senna, and head over to one of the crystals. You going to one of the big crystals? You going to go to some of the smaller crystals? What are you doing here?
I feel like going to the big crystals is sort of like living in cocaine. So we're gonna go for the smaller crystals.
All right, yeah. So you go over to a little patch that's kind of jutting out of the ground and look at it.
Fuck.
Keep your eyes on it for a second. You notice this what looks like the sky kind of texture that's in it, kind of swirling slightly. Actually reminds you somewhat of the sands back in Jewel, kind of swirling around in the wind. And you just kind of, you sit there and you're mesmerized by it, you know. I mean, these crystals, for all that they've done mentally to you, it's hard to deny that they are very beautiful crystals.
That is true. Very
and I mean,
useful source of enlightenment.
Yeah, obviously you know that there's a lot to them, but even just looking at them, you can be like, yeah, there's something special to these crystals. But looking at it, as you continue to look at it, suddenly it kind of gets a billowing look about it, as if smoke billowing up from a flame. Until eventually you start to recognize that you're actually looking at a flame. Like a little, not lamp, but you know, like those stands that they would have like a little brazier at the top and set on fire and stuff like that. You're looking at one of those, a little taller than yourself. Smoke just kind of gently billowing up from it. You kind of rub your eyes as you recognize you're no longer where you originally were. Looking around, you see more of these flames around. You recognize pretty quickly that you are in some sort of a throne room. Definitely of Julian origin. You know, you can see a number of, ridiculously gaudy golden benches and stuff like that. What's that?
Yeah. Electricity's being invented. They're just being twats.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But yeah, it's just a very showy throne room, you notice. The other thing you notice is up on the throne, a very finely dressed, somewhat battle-hardened looking dragonborn female looking down at you. A little bit confused as she looks at you. She just kind of stares at you for a second, and then as she's looking at you, you hear her speak out. How did you get in my throne room?
Are there guards present?
Not in this room in particular, but you would imagine there's probably guards somewhere, yeah.
Well, I mean, firstly, do you see any guards? Secondly, you left the door unlocked. the problem with all this massive security and on the outside and all that is...
I don't need a lecture from a smart-ass peasant like you.
Okay, fine.
She kind of continues to look at you for a second, just peering. She doesn't call for guards, you know, which is kind of bizarre.
Kind of interesting.
You see just a bit of a spark of recognition in her eyes as she's looking at you, but she doesn't betray it fully with her facial features. She just kind of still peering at you, kind of aggressively sitting forward in her chair. You see her. She has a hand over, wrapped around the spear next to her throne. Roll me a history check.
Okay. 1 second. Okay.
She definitely looks familiar. Not like familiar like you've seen her in your lifetime, but familiar in like you feel like you have heard of this person before.
Familiar voice.
Familiar voice, familiar clothing. The surroundings are kind of familiar to some things. You can't quite put your finger on it, but something about all of this is actually kind of familiar to you.
I might cautiously move forward a bit, you know, with my hands raised and all that.
Okay. You slowly shuffle forward, arms up. You see her grip on the spear tighten as you get closer. You smell a distinct smell of burning, of smoke beyond these little braziers in here, like a very thick, a very thick smell of fire, a very thick smell of smoke.
Incense like?
No. Like
Carbon monoxide poisoning.
like burning. Yeah, like burning.
Yeah.
It's not very hot in here. But it's pretty temperate. But you can definitely tell there's fire, at least a pretty big, a large amount of it around you. Probably outside of this throne room. You see that she's actually all kind of singed up and shit too.
Did you leave the stove on?
What was that?
Did you leave the stove on?
Funny. You really gonna pretend like you don't know what's going on out there? After all these years, all this time, after I was supposed to have a peaceful afterlife, because that stupid elf said we did it, we killed that motherfucker. Now my entire realm's set on fire. Everything burning to the ground. You really gonna pretend like you don't know anything? How did you really get in here?
Okay, so firstly, you said afterlife. So...
Would you say I'm transient of the fact that this is a dream? Like I'm aware of the vision and all that, or
it definitely doesn't seem like like you're in it. Like it feels very real, but there's definitely a part of your mind that's like this isn't entirely real. You're certainly aware of that. How much to the forefront of your mind it is, that's I guess for you to decide.
Well... So you say afterlife, so I'm assuming that, well, we're not exactly in duel, are we?
I mean, my realm is modeled after my homeland, but in terms of real jewel, I suppose not, no. Real shame, too. The country could have used something as amazing as me.
Yeah, talk yourself up, but I think it's quite clear that if I planned to kill you, I would have started doing it already. And the fact that I've mostly been replying vaguely to the specific things you're saying, that I don't know why I'm here, and I don't know what's going on.
She kind of looks at you for a second. Her eyes kind of widen. You see her kind of going through, kind of cycling through things in her mind.
Fucking computer.
Before she looks at you again and says, "Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Are you this hero Jarrus was telling me about?"
Maybe.
You don't even look like a hero. How the hell are you going to save anybody?
Well,
Have you ever fought
firstly-
before in your life other than like
No, you
street
interrupted
rats?
me, so now I get to interrupt you. Firstly, my heart. Secondly, where did you get your hero judging degree?
Well, being one myself, I'd like to think I know pretty well about what makes a hero and what doesn't.
Well, why do you assume that your experiences are the know-all and end-all of what it takes to be a hero?
She kind of thinks for a second. You can see her face kind of... She's getting more indignant as time goes on, for sure. She's not used to people talking back to her, you get the feeling.
That's exactly the sort of people that the hero wants to piss off.
And then she looks to you, very fierce look in her eyes. She says, "Because being a hero is my birthright." Can you say the same?
Well, no, but you don't need any fancy birthrights to make a name for yourself and do something that's right.
Tell that to the entire history of Jewel.
Well, there's history and then there's the future.
Oh, you're some futurist now, are you? Oh, a world where everybody's just so happy. There's flowers everywhere. The
Hey,
desert's
I never said
sprouting.
anyone was happy. Why the fuck are you assuming that I'm talking about the global happiness of everyone at large?
There's
In fact,
never been
this entire
happiness in this
conversation
fucking continent.
has been immensely selfish between just the two of us. We've both been stroking our own fucking egos. When have I ever said anything?
She cracks a smile and starts laughing, and she just, yeah, you can figure out what she's about to say, and then she says, "And what ego do you have to stroke?"
Well,
You look like you jumped out of a dumpster.
Pull it out. Pull
I'll
it
take
out.
that. I'll take that as a compliment.
What your mama did, bro.
What are your shoes, man? What shoes should I be wearing in the casket?
Well, if the future of Jewel is in your hands, good lord.
I've been ignoring that part because you're such a stuck-up cunt. Did you say the future of Jewel is in my hands?
Jewel, the entire continent, really, if you think about it. The fucking stupid elf said that after the fact, when we failed to kill stupid fucking vampire, that apparently we were just the start of the prophecy, and there was people in the future that were going to be the end of it. He hoped. Couldn't fucking tell his head from his ass half the time. Should have never followed him.
Yeah, he sounds like a conflicting individual, but...
And
Okay.
they let him rule Casbar. No wonder that place is such a shithole.
It's alright. It's not great, I mean... But, okay, I'm losing my point. So you're saying that you have a prophecy. I don't want to know what it is, because that's going to take like 6 hours, but...
Oh,
You say
heaven forbid
that
I have to be
I'm
here
the
6
end.
hours with you.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, I'll say, because you are pretty studious, or at least in past life you were, you can pretty easily recognize this as the hero of Jewel back in ancient times, Shia. She was a very accomplished warrior. No. But that was funny. She's a very accomplished warrior. She was born, highborn Julian. So the stuck-up nature doesn't really surprise you. She was known to be very cocky. She never seemed to have a great. That's not a cat.
That sounds like
Brett, someone's yelling for you.
Sounds like a cat.
It does not sound like a cat.
I'm gonna say it was a cat.
Okay.
I think a cat.
Cat or someone's just yelling. Who knows?
Tell me it was cat.
It was a cat.
Tell me
Yeah,
cat.
it was.
Fuck, bro. Fuck! But yeah, you can recognize pretty easily that this is who she is. She fits the bill pretty perfectly. You know, talks down to everybody, shit like that. Shia. Shaia.
So, considering you're acting like a stuck-up highborn, you're in a place where you have a throne and braziers, like... Ah, shit, I'll be back in a minute. Sorry.
Okay.
Fuck. I'm coming to a realization that I'm never gonna play two specific alignments in D&D ever.
Okay.
Because I realized they're lame and gay and everyone uses them and I'm a hipster and anything anybody else ever does is bad.
Chaotic neutral!
And chaotic evil. So I'm never gonna be either of them. They're gone. They're gone forever from my mind.
What if I told you I don't believe you?
Have I ever played one? I don't think I have. Idiot.
I think you have.
No, it's
I
wrong.
think you're trying to hide it.
Who?
You.
No, who did I play that was chaotic?
I think you're trying to hide it, bro.
Who did I play? Even fucking Tobias isn't chaotic.
I think you have secret characters that you're hiding it, bro.
My Minotaur, my little paladin Minotaur on the other, on the other game I played. He's chaotic fucking good, idiot.
He's chaotic right there, you fucking, you dumbass. You fucking,
you
proved me right, bitch!
He's not neutral or evil.
You're chaotic! Fuck you, you basic bitch!
Yeah, no, that's not basic. What the fuck? Who the fuck plays chaotic good?
Who the fuck cares about the alignment?
I do. It is very important to D&D. It does ever. See, look at this alignment chart in Main Street. As you can clearly see. As you can clearly see.
What the fuck?
As you can clearly see.
No, I don't like that.
That's how the alignment. Bro, look at the alignment chart in Main Street. Look at that.
Tell me
that's correct right now.
It's not
Sorry,
how it works.
my mental thinking is obfuscated by me eating pasta.
You were calling her a stuck up bitch and something, or acting like she's acting like a highborn.
So considering you're acting like a stuck-up highborn bitch, you're in a place where there is a completely fucking tasteless use of gold. I'm guessing that you're Shire.
Guessing?
Well, it's not like there aren't 100 fucking gold rooms in Jewel.
Oh, there's more than that, but
Exactly, that's my point.
well, at least you know some of your history. I guess we're not completely fucked.
Yeah, but so I've been ignoring what you're saying. Hi, Birdie.
What the fuck
What
was
is your-
that?
What is your icon? I'm gonna ask 101 what your icon is later. I don't
Oh, that's
mind.
some Helltaker.
Oh, that one, right.
But what was I?
Come
Yeah,
on
I've been
now.
ignoring what you're saying this entire time. So you're saying about some prophecy and that I'm involved in that in a significant way. See, I was listening. I just refused to fucking pay attention to the details. So am I bad for your prophecy or not?
It's not my prophecy.
Oh,
This is
you don't
when I
know
was
I'm eating.
involved in.
It's olives, by the way.
What's
Like a
up?
fucking olives.
Can I just say, fucking a rich cunt's gonna have some olives or some grapes or something, and he was just murdering her all.
Oh. So she's definitely not too happy with how mouthy you are, but she'll just kind of sit back for a second and then look at you and say, well, whatever the prophecy is, I hope you get ripped apart for it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And, well, I would tell you more things about it, but you said you're not interested, so,
I'll find out in some way or another.
Yeah, you probably will. Look, I'm gonna level with you. You're a piece of shit, but
Feelings mutual.
I think we can both agree that there's no bigger piece of shit on this planet than Sanhoon Jet.
Well, considering he caused me extreme mental torment and hurt my friends, and is the reason I can't remember the face of my father, then yes.
Never thought I'd relate to someone like you. Oh well. I don't have any answers for you. You're gonna have to find those out, but just know that it's a lot bigger than you. That's something the elf always told me.
Yeah, unfortunately, as time goes on, I'm realizing that.
We'd all love the world to revolve around us, but in most cases, people can't have that. She kind of smirks as she says it.
Just like a light chuckle back, you
know. Whatever you do, don't be a coward and run away.
Well,
That's what we've already done. Oh no.
let's say I won't do it again.
Then I hope you and your heroic group are as capable as the elf thinks you are. Good luck.
Thank you.
And the final imagery you have as you begin to slip out of this vision is her smiling face. Snarky, smirking. But still, one of the heroes.
Jesus, what an asshole.
You startle out of your vision. You find yourself back at the Great Mahogany.
Hey, Hierophant!
Hi, yeah,
What's the
man.
name,
I'm not actually asleep. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you know how when we touch the crystals, they get us more and more involved in some deep conspiracy that we don't want to be involved in?
I feel like it's more focusing on them than touching them. I didn't really touch my. But yeah, go on. I still know how you all do this. That was so energy draining.
There's a prophecy.
Yeah,
now,
there is.
And I'm central to it, and I talked to the hero of Jewel. She's a fucking stuck-up bitch. But
I talked to the hero of Alam. He was so chill. He like earthbended and shit. I wanna learn that, man.
Senna comes by like, you talk to heroes? Hold on, I did too.
Wait,
which one? Wait, that's what that was? Oh.
They're all fucking reaching out to us because
I told you all we shouldn't go to Okabo.
But like the hell is a loon want from me? Like the hell? What the fuck? I'm not even from there. I'm from Jewel.
Wait, who did you? Wait, if you saw you saw. Wait, you didn't see Alam. What?
Aluna.
Wait, no. I saw Harbles. It was like Aluna.
Yeah, I can't. I'm dumb. I can't pronounce shit.
Habibi. Habibi.
see you in hell, Habibi.
Senna turns to a Fahil.
Okay.
So what did you see exactly? Where were you? Like I was in a boat on like an ocean.
I was in the throne room of the hero of Jewel. Typical opulent highborn bullshit.
Yo, I want that too, though.
Nah, you don't. Trust me. But,
so like, that was their realm or what? Because I want a realm. Can I have a realm of my own?
maybe if you could.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make my own.
The overarching point here is that clearly some of the most important assholes in history want us to be central.
Hey, my guy wasn't an asshole.
Yeah, well,
you got the bad one though. Get fucked.
So, What are we gonna do about it?
We'll go
His
go
fate
kill
is
that
fate.
vampire bitch. I mean, they're trailing us too, so.
Yeah, we should probably do that. The decision we need to make here is when.
Now,
Soon.
right now, let's go.
They didn't specify a time, but
Yeah, so we're going now.
Probably
We're already
not next
like
week.
halfway the way to Okubo, man.
Then we'll finish up there, and then we go back home to Casbar, and we fuck shit up.
It'll take us what, like a month tops?
Well, let's hope he doesn't do anything in a month that will
Here's
ruin
the
the entire
deal. We
world.
go to Okubo, we find out what we can about Okubo, because you guys want closure, because you guys died in the past that I was actually the future. Wait, you guys died in the
Excuse
future,
me,
which
what?
was actually the past.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, did we not tell you? Yeah, you weren't there yet. You didn't show up yet.
Hey, you weren't there. Yeah.
Well,
Neither
no.
was Ketagoon. He's just kind of sitting there like,
Yeah.
what?
There was this girl that sounded a lot like Senna.
There's a very long story. There's a very long story. Look, you guys want closure. I get that. I understand. We can do that. But if anybody tries to rope us into anything, we tell them to wait.
Fair enough.
And,
Yeah, we gotta
if their-
work
if their
safe
city
first,
dies, that sucks. But it's a city versus like whatever the hell Zanhoon's about to do. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, if we can get away with this with one dead vampire lord and like a pocket realm of my own, I'm happy.
You want to just straight up pocket? That's a lot. That's a
I
lot.
want to be a goddess, but I mean, I
They
can't.
were
have
afterlives. You have to die to have that.
that. Wait, oh, that's boring.
Yeah, there you go.
Candace
I'm
will,
just gonna make my
Need
own.
that though.
Candace
Now you're
will
thinking
peek
about
up and she'll say, "Who knows? Maybe you guys will find something to do with this guy over in Okubo. Seems like everything's
That is-
connected."
That is a
Well,
good
thanks,
point.
convenient plot hook. Well, I think we'll head over there.
Let's go convenient plot.
Why are you speaking like you're making a fourth wall break in a stage play?
Cause I am.
What? I don't think there aren't any walls here. We're out. We're
To be
out
fair, I
an
would like to go
invisible
home
wall
too, so whatever we can
behind
find in New Okubo would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just leave you there or some. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if I want to be loud. Hold on a sec. I'm just hoping we find something that lets me go back home.
Ah, yes, of course. Wait, so you're a time traveler? Is that right?
Does she
It's
not
gotta,
know?
it's
She
gotta
doesn't
refresh
know,
my
does she?
mind.
I feel like time traveler implies a willingness to travel through time.
I was pulled through time. Almost
Yeah,
died too
you-
because I didn't have any power, so I could have just, powered down and died. It's been really
Time
bad.
cosmonaut.
Yeah, I feel like it's not really a time travel.
To be fair, there's a lot of these crystals here. I could probably just make more energy for myself.
Well, go ahead, stock up then. There's apparently plenty.
Kind of scared
I'll
to
keep
touch
it- I'll
them.
keep it
You
in
guys
mind,
have weird shit that happens when you touch them. I don't
You're
know
not
what I'm gonna do with
alive.
that.
Well, technically. neither am
Actually,
I.
yeah. Can you even interface? Like, is there any part of you that's biological?
No.
Do you have like a biological brain, or is it just like something else?
AI, baby! She points to Red and smiles.
Shit, try it then. 'Cause I don't think you're gonna
I
do anything.
I
really.
thought your name was Candace. Who's I?
Also, if you're scared, just close your eyes. Don't focus on the shit.
Oh, okay.
I looked too deep into them and then I just gone.
She'll get up and walk over to him and pull out her unbroken arm blade and grab some. She kind of very, very gingerly grabs them and like makes sure to look away from him, and puts them in her backpack. Comes back and sits back down.
Yeah, but what if you focus in on them and it brings you back home, though?
Unlikely. Also, you're not leaving until we're done.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
I mean,
like having her around
guessing
is
so.
great and all, but I
Would be
feel
nice.
like she wants to go back.
Yeah, but we can't No, wait.
Yeah, but these aren't sending you guys back. They're sending you to some prophecy shit.
Well.
Yeah, but how did you get here?
Yeah.
I just woke up in a pile of trash. I was here.
Wow. Is that your
How
home?
far was that compared to their little shenanigan bullshit deal?
What do you mean?
When did you come? When did you teleport to this time in reference to when they supposedly died at whatever they died at?
It was like a week. I heard reports of what happened over there, and then went to bed one night and woke up here. Well, not here, but, you know, here.
Yeah. Man, we all gotta stop fucking time, bro.
Nah, it's fun.
Hmm.
Anyway, let's head on. We gotta get to that city.
See, when
Find
I
the
fuck
stuff.
with it, I just go to an afterlife. I don't fuck time.
Yeah, when I fuck with it, I just go into an ocean, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like water.
While they're all sitting here talking, Ketagoon, you kind of
Yeah.
look off towards the crystals as she grabs some.
Yeah, I want to get some for
Yeah.
study purposes.
Yeah, you feel very drawn to them. Like, you're looking at them and
Yeah.
you're just kind of mesmerized. Like, whoa. Okay.
Yeah, stand up and collect some for
Sure. So, yeah,
personal purposes.
yeah, you head over and grab some of them.
Do I see this?
You do see this, yes. You guys watch him kind of walk off towards him.
Hey, oi, you guy, new one. You're not important enough for me to remember your name yet.
Yeah.
Holy shit, okay.
I'm guessing that you haven't messed with those crystals before. Now, in case you weren't overhearing our lovely little campfire conversation, they can kind of fuck your mind up better than most drugs. So be careful.
Yeah, nothing can fuck my mind really, and it's for I'm man of science. I need to study these specific things.
Okay, don't get
Have fun with
lost.
that. Have
Yeah, he
That helps you
actually...
sleep at night.
Towards the end of that, you hear him kind of trail off as he's looking at these crystals. As you're looking at the crystals, Ketagoon, you also see this kind of swirling of like a sand kind of texture, I guess it would be. And suddenly everything around you is very hot, and you have to kind of shield your eyes from a very blinding sunlight. Hold on, let me get to your vision. There it is. Eventually, you're able to, open your eyes and stop shielding them. And you see yourself around, or in a very large, not necessarily a canyon, but an area that's been kind of dug down in the desert. And you see there's all kinds of cranes and tents, little perfect squares dug out of the ground. You see some trucks with what looks like some sort of pillars or, some large items that are covered by a tarp.
Okay.
It's definitely not the Great Mahogany, because you're in a desert. For the amount of stuff that's here, though, you notice there's only maybe a handful of people. And they're all surrounding this obelisk-like thing that is floating off of the ground. It's seemingly made of sand, but the sand itself is like tumbling and falling upwards into the sky. And they're all kind of looking at it. You notice they're wearing very bizarre, darkened clothing. There's like these weird, almost like lights on them, as they're just kind of staring at this obelisk.
I go closer to this obelisk. Do I recognize it somehow?
The obelisk itself, no. You have never seen something like this before.
And these people with their dark robes, clothing?
Roll a history check. Roll a history check. You might be somewhat familiar with it. Very vaguely. We'll see. You've studied a lot of... you're a man of science. You've done a lot of archaeology, stuff like that. It's certainly not of this time period.
Okay.
Kind of looking at them further, it looks like some of them, like one of them seems to have a weird, like, metal arm. Some of them have, different limbs that are weird looking. Some of them have... the clothing and their overall aesthetic is nothing you've seen in the current world. It looks very technological.
Okay.
And your mind kind of goes to things you've heard and theories you've heard about the people of the very ancient city of New Okubo.
Oh,
You're not
Then
entirely
I-
sure if that's what it is, but that would be the only thing you could think of that would fit.
makes sense. I go closer to these people and this obelisk and try to talk to someone.
Sure, you walk up. What do you say to one of them as you walk up?
I say, well, excuse me, where am I?
None of them even acknowledged you walk up. They're all just staring up at the obelisk.
Okay. Can I look in the face of one of them and
Sure. Yeah.
what they look like?
So the guy that you walk up to, by all accounts, looks to be Elven.
Okay.
But you see that his right eye and the surrounding area up to like his hairline is not an eye. It looks like an eye, but it has like this red color to it. And these weird kind of symbols around it.
Okay.
And the upper part of like his forehead and stuff is just this gray metallic thing.
Do
So
I
you're not-
have
you're not
my
too sure what
stuff?
that is.
My stuff with me? My backpack or something like this?
You are here with nothing more than your body.
Ah, shite. So, I have a question. Can I remember something from my book that looks familiar to this? To the obelisk or this people?
Roll an insight check.
Oh.
And this is the occult book you have, yes? That you're thinking of?
Yes.
Okay. So you can see some symbols possibly writing, specifically on the obelisk. Through this tumbling sand, you can see that there's parts of it that look darkened into this weird, these weird symbols. Remembering back, you do actually somewhat recognize some of these, but it's not from your book. These symbols remind you a bit of the lost language of New Okubo.
Oh.
Very vaguely.
Can I read it somehow?
It's a 17. With the 17, I would say, yeah, it takes you a second, because it's been a while since you've had to kind of crack out this knowledge. But looking at it and thinking about it, you come to the conclusion that you believe it says fate.
Fate.
Fate. Yes.
Fate. Do I see anything else than the obelisk and these worshippers or sort of?
Other than just the general area. You notice as you're kind of looking around, though, one of the individuals is actually looking at you.
Yeah.
And kind of peering towards her. She looks identical to this Candace person that's in the group. She's just kind of looking at you.
I walk up to her and saying, Candace, if I remember correctly.
She just kind of looks at you for a second. You hear the other... Actually, sorry, you don't hear. As you're looking at her and you kind of sweep your gaze over to the others, you see that they all seem to be on fire.
What?
They're not responding to it, but they are... There's flames coming off of their body. And this individual looks at you with a very intense, very intensely sad look. And she just kind of mutters, "We were born of fire and died of darkness." And you suddenly realize that you're kind of locked in place. You can't move. And you look over towards the obelisk and you see this darkness start to kind of emanate out of the pillar, out of the obelisk. Very slowly, like a very thick, viscous liquid. And it just slowly moves towards you and everybody else around here.
Are they the others standing or kneeling or?
They're all standing.
Okay. Then I try to copy the pose that they are doing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's
And
not too hard. It's just basically, looking up, arms to the side,
And embracing the darkness.
Yeah. So you'll just assume position and then look at it, trying to choke back as much of the terror as you can as this darkness continues to come closer and closer, eventually right in front of your face. And eventually it washes over you. Your vision goes dark. And suddenly you startle awake from your vision. But before you do that, everybody else who's sitting around, you suddenly notice Candace kind of go limp for a second. She just kind of doesn't fall over, but her neck just kind of relaxes and everything. She just kind of shuts off, really.
Can I go slap Candace?
So you walk up. As you do, you see her start to kind of jolt back awake. And she looks
I
up.
still slap her anyway.
Okay, you walk up and slap her.
She good?
She just doesn't even look at you. She just looks straight forward and says, "We were born of fire and died of darkness."
Whoa, fuck off! What? No. What are you on about? You're.
And then she snaps awake. Huh? What? Why did you hit? Did you hit me?
You know what you just said?
What did you just say?
What? What do you mean? What did I just say?
You just hit her with that. We were born of fire and something darkness. Fuck off with that.
What the
Stop,
fuck are
wait,
you
what's
talking
wrong?
about? And at this point,
Hello?
Katagoon, you've woken up.
Okay.
Oh, I was always awake. I was just laying down. Shit, bro. But now I'm sitting up. You got me fucked up. I take off my glasses.
Are you guys okay? What the
Alright.
fuck? What?
All right, we're gonna take this slow so you understand. Why did you slap her? He was laying down, so I didn't see what happened.
Hold on, everyone pause. Karagoon, what did you see?
I ignore her and go directly to Candace and examine her if she's the same person as my vision.
She looks identical. She's wearing different clothing.
Yeah.
She's wearing more I mean, she's just wearing like a flannel shirt and jeans, but she, in terms of actual looks, yeah, she looks identical.
Fascinating. Very
Karagoon.
fascinating.
Why are you Can I help you?
Yes. Do
Oh.
you remember of an obelisk or an excavation site?
No.
No.
Should I?
Maybe. Maybe you should, yes, of course you should.
What did you see?
What I saw, it's pretty easy to describe. I woke up in a canyon, saw an obelisk. Some of these folks, like her, these metal people surrounding it, were like worshipping it. Fuck. And suddenly I couldn't move. She said we were born in fire and died of darkness. Something.
Nah,
something
fuck
like
off.
this
She
shit.
just said that. She said that.
Hey,
She said that.
All right.
She said that here.
All right, Hierophant, stand.
She said
Can
that
I-
here.
Can I finish? Was a pretty dramatic turning point. And then, from this obelisk, darkness emitted and swallowed us all.
Yeah, no,
Then I
that's
woke up.
not healthy.
That's not
So
healthy.
I think she might be broken.
I'm
I
not.
don't think
Well, other than my arm blade, I'm not fucking broken. Fuck you.
She seems pretty cognitive, but
Nah.
there is something just overrid you or something.
You said something about AI? Oh no.
You
And
said.
I could read a word on this obelisk.
Yeah, if you
some-
don't remember saying that, all right.
What did the obelisk say?
It said something like fate in this very ancient language, something like this. It's called. Very, very strange.
Fate
I
in
need
an
more
ancient language?
Wait, did it
She
say it in-
she'll stand up, kind of find some earthy ground that she can draw in, and she'll start drawing a word. And when she finishes, she looks at you and she says, "Did it look like this?"
I look at it and
Looks exactly the same.
it's exactly that.
That's the language I know. That's the new Okubo language.
The
We never
new
had it.
The new guy had a vision and he went straight to Okubo. That. Okay.
Maybe you are one after all.
Dos Vidania, I'm going back to Greystone. I'm gonna take my chance. If I get shot, so be it. I've lived a long life.
Okay, Hierophant.
I already said Dos Vidania. I don't want to say Dos Vidania again, but that's you know how many words that is? That's like at least 12 words.
Hierophant.
So you're telling me this weird guy had a vision related to New Okubo?
Yeah, it sounds like everything gets swallowed in darkness.
So what I gather from this is that if he said metal people worshipping an obelisk with a word in a language that Candace knows, metal people would likely be robots similar to Candace.
Were they completely metal or just parts of them?
Wait, actually, I don't know
hybrid.
how to say this.
The one person I saw was half elf, half something.
Candace will look to Rhett and Fahil and kind of nod. Say, those aren't all robots like me. Those are just people from the city.
You said one looked just like you, though.
Well, I don't know what that's about.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna...
Okay,
there isn't really a way to say this without being really dehumanizing. So I'm sorry if you take offense. Are you, like, mass-produced?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that sounds pretty.
That went way better than I thought it would. Okay, so yeah, that was absolutely okay.
I'm not I don't know why you'd worry about dehumanizing me. I'm not a human.
Look, I'm not actually a bad person unless people are bad people. Then
No,
I'm
no, yeah,
people.
we were mass-produced, but there was always, like, subtle differences. I mean, I was one of the older models that got discontinued, so... I imagine around the time that I met these two, I was probably one of maybe 500 left of me across the world.
Oh.
But a lot of them, too, came to their own kind of rogue AI consciousness and started changing their appearances and stuff to have that bit of individuality, you know?
So is you going rogue illegal? Like you're not persecuted for going off the rails?
No, when a line's discontinued, we're basically cut loose, you know? You're free to live your life until you die, kind of stuff. I mean, if we start committing crimes and stuff, then yeah, we'll be decommissioned, but generally, no.
Okay, but let's go back to the fact that you just said that thing that you said in the vision in real life.
Yeah, that was a thing that happened. Huh.
Because that doesn't seem right. You also just, like, you shut off, and you came back on. You said that, and then you woke up.
I haven't shut off in
Almost.
years.
Well, apparently you just did.
Can I do whatever
Yeah,
check?
you absolutely did say that, yeah.
Like insight for fucking figuring out if she's been hacked or not, but to understand that concept even of what hacking is.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Just to try to understand what happened to her, maybe.
Shit, did that roll? Oh yeah, it did. There you go.
Can I look at her and see if anything looks different?
Sure. Roll perception. With a 12, I mean, you're not very familiar with any of the concepts from that era.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
Wait, what the?
With a 9, you're not really very familiar with your eyes.
True.
With the 9, you're wondering.
I mean, she looks the
how you
same.
could ever
Nothing
even
seems
see
to have
California.
changed, you know. She looks
What
about
about
the same.
California?
With the 9, you don't even know how you could see California. You don't even have Marlon Brando.
You don't have his eyes. Yeah, you don't have his eyes.
His eyes aren't there.
Your name's not Danny either. What are you trying to figure out, right?
Because he's a phantom, a mystery, and that leaves you nothing. How many times have you wanted to die? It's too late for me.
Tony,
All you
stop!
have to do is get rid of me. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
What are you trying to figure out, right?
Is she like if I can recognize anything like from that era, like being hacked?
Oh, yeah, roll insight.
Me too.
Wow, insightful boy.
I am just stumped right now.
So, you were in Okubo for a while. You got familiar with a couple of things. She doesn't seem like she's hackable. That doesn't seem like that's a thing. Maybe parts of her could be hacked, but like her central mind, basically, you don't figure could be hacked. The only thing you can think of possibly is some sort of failsafe in her what she's describing as an AI, which you're very vaguely aware is like basically her mind, but it's like an uploaded mind kind of thing. You're not sure why she would have a failsafe like that, but that's the only thing that comes to mind for you.
Can I mention that?
I mean, yeah. What do you say? What do you do?
So you are mass produced, right?
Yeah.
And with that being the case, is it possible that maybe, I don't know, a code or something, a failsafe in the back of your mind or whatever, like should there be an emergency situation? Like, sure do that naturally, like a creator?
I mean, yeah, we have all kinds of failsafes, but I've never heard of a failsafe that makes me say something that ominous. Usually a failsafe is like shut down certain systems so it doesn't corrupt the rest of the system or something. Or a kill switch, but, saying ominous things, it could certainly be done, but I don't know why you would.
Well, what do you know about... Or,
About what?
Well, being a mass production, I figure not... Well, specifically, like, I guess the owner of your people.
What do I know about the owner?
Yeah.
Not much. I mean, he created us.
I mean, doesn't that... I don't know. Doesn't that make you wonder? Like...
I mean, we were never told much of. We never even knew his real name. We just called him M. I don't know.
Oh, is there any way? Out of character, isn't that the name we were contracted by?
Might have been.
She. So he was up to some fuck shit. Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, he contacted her pretty easily, don't you think? When you guys needed help from Candace, she was the go-to. Makes you think.
So, if you put in that failsafe, if it even is a failsafe, then he's up to some fuck shit. Oh no. Jesus, good thing we haven't helped him properly.
I mean, you all died in that attack. Maybe you did help him. You don't know.
Yeah.
Could have been the plan the whole time.
Maybe he contacted someone else.
Maybe it's maybe.
Maybe it's not even butter.
Maybe it's
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Hey!
Well, that's what Rhett said.
But yeah, I mean, past that, no, we were never really told much about him. It was just, you're a Class 8 robot, go do what you do. So we went and did what we did.
Is there anything above Class 8?
Well, yeah, there was, I don't know, 24 more classes after us. We were one of the
Are
earlier
they
ones.
specifically like improvements?
Oh, yeah. In a lot of cases, complete redesigns, too.
Okay, so
See,
let's
the
say...
original creations were modeled after organic life, like you guys. Well, not, like you guys, but like the elves and stuff. And that was great, but they wanted to mass produce something that didn't think like a person. That's why we were eventually discontinued, because we were, the 8th generation. We had a lot of great stuff, but we could still form our own thoughts and think for ourselves. They wanted worker bots that, were just going to follow orders no matter what.
That makes sense, but So, would there be like an original mind?
Well, there was a
But
new
you all
AI
have
per
some.
each generation, so there's one for my generation, the previous, the one after, stuff like that.
So it's one AI managing all these bodies, or individual thought processes, or like what?
Are you familiar with hive minds?
Oh no.
It's like that, but we're all individually uploaded to it. We basically get the
So-
instructions of how to manage living and do all these tasks from that, and then our specific AI chips, which I guess are like your brains, that gives us the control over ourselves.
So what
I
you're
was kind
telling
of
me
surprised mine still worked when I got up here. I mean, I wouldn't imagine there's any AI that survived, so I don't know why I still can function
Well,
in this time.
Who knows why that happens? I guess we'll figure that out some other time. But what if the hive mind itself is corrupted? Would you just shut down?
There would be kill switches on it if it corrupted, but I can't even guarantee if there is even the hive mind alive still. I mean, how many years has it been? It's been thousands of years. It seems unlikely that it would survive.
Maybe it's. Is the hive mind even on this planet?
Yeah, they were on the planet. They hid them away in different areas because, they didn't want people to
What if
be
they
able to
hit
just access
someone-
them.
What if they? Senna points to the sky. What if they hit someone in space?
We did a lot of things with space, but we were never able to get anything that, was concrete past the space station, but...
As far as you know.
As far as
That's true, yeah.
the way I see it, you didn't particularly exist all the way through Okubo's lifespan. Something could have happened after you got teleported out of time, but you're still affected by that because it still happened. You just didn't witness it.
And maybe you reconnected to a different hive mind that survived whatever destroyed all the other ones. That's why it's still active.
I don't know.
That
So,
makes sense.
Bro,
Well,
all this would-
Let's
Unless
just
you,
head to Okubo and find
unless you guys have found anything with the name Levi, I couldn't say anything to that.
Well, not exactly, no. I mean, it burnt me. It's kind of rude, but
What?
No, that was the Guardian, not.
yeah, I. Oh well, no shit. Damn. Okay. I'm dumb.
No, I mean
Levi
they.
would probably burn you.
Wait, didn't you guys? You guys. What was the first Silver Oak you guys went to?
That was Levi. Well,
No, the first
technically
silver
speaking, the
oak
first
was
You weren't
that
here.
one.
you know
It's
nothing.
called Levi.
No. The first
No, it's
silver
called
oak-
Levy.
Shut the fuck up.
First silver oak we saw was called
Oh, Malum, yeah.
Malum. First one we saw was Malum. Second one was Levi. Wait, does Levi ring a bell to you?
That was the name of my AI core, yeah.
Wait. Fuck off.
Hierophant just kind of.
Remember when I said this is a sci-fi world?
Yeah.
So you're telling me
your
that the
AI
AI
core-
core turned into a tree?
Your AI core is a tree. Kind of.
How the fuck would it turn into a tree?
I don't
Or it was
know.
already a tree. I don't know, man.
I can't wait to see what you do.
You think I haven't had this
This is-
planned out for so long?
So if it burnt down
Oh
the
my
tree,
God.
This is the basis of the world. I've had this in my head since the start.
Fucking panic
I'm gonna
attack.
eat more pasta.
Remember when I told you the crystals were a source of energy? And they're sending you visions of the past and the future? It's almost like they're like memory cores or something.
You fucking Doctor Who. Fucking the next Doctor. Fucking. I love it.
the Dragonborn Doctor Who. Hey.
Don't you make me commission that, because I will.
She kind of sits back for a second and pulls out one of the crystals out of her backpack and looks at it. And looks to you guys and says, Those first crystals you got were from Levi, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Huh. Well, maybe some of the AIs did survive then. She looks at the tree and she says, maybe this is one of them.
Likely.
But then why does it dislike me?
I don't know.
You're dead already.
Does it think I don't have memories? Because it's fucking wrong.
You still had a vision, though, from one of the crystals.
Yeah, but I don't know why it was a vision from a time where there weren't even things like you. If this is also one of those like AI cores, then something's up.
Yeah, you're telling
Maybe
me.
those are older than even your time frame.
Could be. I mean, if they survived whatever the cataclysm was, they've got to be pretty resilient things.
Can you go touch that tree?
Okay. She'll
Just want to see what happens.
she'll stand up and go walk over to the tree and put her hand on it. Okay. It's a
Nothing.
tree. It's kind of
Racism
warm.
is over.
If you say these are AI cores, they would have to have some sort of emitter, wouldn't they? To send signals?
What are they going to send a signal to?
Your head.
She looks down at the crystal and back to you. Well, yeah.
So do you think that warmth is mechanical or organic?
I don't know. Was the other tree warm?
The other tree was like dead.
Huh. And what
Well,
about the
was
one
it
before
warm?
that? It was not warm, no.
One before that. Scary. Fed on blood and shit.
Fed on
Mask
blood?
fucker did some shit, bro. I don't know. Mr. Mask boy
We
did
had
some-
somebody fucking masked?
What?
Well, Jim Carrey.
Oh wait, I think I understand them. Okay, no, this.
Yeah, Zane is fucked masks.
They had sex with Mask.
Mm-hmm. That's what happened.
No!
How do
No!
you feel about it, Gideon?
That's Lucy, actually. Hello, Lucy. How can I help you on this
You
day?
can tell it's Lucy because it'll be loud as fuck.
Yeah, she's very loud.
Very loud.
Lucy!
I love her. She's so great, dude.
I like
you doing?
cats.
That's so nice.
Yeah? Okay. That's lit. I'm glad you agree. Yeah?
That's fucking lit, dude.
It's lit.
Why are you so loud? Do you have to be so fucking loud?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for your time. Yeah, she'll go sit back down, just kind of holding the crystal, looking very confused. So, how beautiful.
We couldn't technically cut this tree up and look inside, could we?
It's massive.
I mean, Xcal tried, and he like immediately dropped his axe once I got close to the trunk. So, you know,
You try it.
you tried. Gold star, you tried.
Yeah.
No, not you try it. You go ahead and try it. You're not alive.
Oh, she looks just.
That
I'm not
sounds
gonna
like
cut
try
the
it
tree
too, but I
down.
don't know how to
blades
do
are
it.
in her arms. That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, I already broke one. I'm not trying to break
Yeah, you're
another
not.
one.
You're not alive. You do it.
Sure. Someone hand me a blade. A good one.
You have one.
I have a shitty dagger.
It still counts.
Blade's a blade.
Fine, if you think I'm gonna do with this, then I'll try. So yeah, I try and get a cut into the tree enough to like tear open and look in it.
Sure.
Try that.
Yeah, so you you kind of jab forward trying to stick your knife in the tree. You get maybe 6 inches away from the trunk of the tree when suddenly your dagger is the heaviest thing in the world, and you can't hold it anymore, and it drops.
Yeah, I think it just doesn't want to be hurt.
I mean, if it's
What the fuck does it have that makes that heavy? Wait.
What do you do about this? Nothing. Technically... Hold on.
Oh, you
Come on, Oda, you have gravity spells, bro. Come on, man. You would recognize that.
Wouldn't the person be affected as well, and not just the dagger? Like you would fall prone.
Yeah.
I pick up the
You would
dagger
think that.
and put it away,
Okay.
Right. and I summon this. And I want to try and attack it with this. Just try and cut into it.
Oh.
Because this one's magical.
Shadow
It's made out
Blade.
of shadows. It doesn't have weight. How are you gonna modify weight on something that's weightless?
ooh, he's challenging by getting things that don't have weight. I like it.
It's literally like just strands of shadow. So I try and cut into it with that.
Sure. Yeah, so you swipe forward with the Shadow Blade. Gets close. Hits the trunk. Slices. Comes back. There doesn't seem to be any sort of cut in the tree's trunk where it just cut.
Aren't you just a bitch?
I feel like fucking with the AI core tree isn't a good idea. What the fuck is an AI?
I don't know. It's
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah, you say it.
Oh, okay.
Basically,
Is it just-
you guys
is it just
have
exactly what it
brains.
says?
Yes, you guys have brains. You're intelligent. Well, arguably, you're intelligent. It's the same thing, but artificial. It's not organic like you guys. It's manufactured. It's created.
Yeah.
That's probably a lot for you guys. Yeah. Your
Nah,
time's
I get it.
very.
You know what? I don't need to understand it. You explained it, and it's a thing, and it exists, man. You know, I've given up trying to understand this shit.
Senna's just visibly frustrated at this point.
Stop trying to hurt the
She's still
weird
slicing
god
at the tree.
robot tree.
Yeah,
Not a good
recommend-
idea.
Ben,
Yo.
can I pull you to the side for a moment?
Sure.
They pull off to the side, around the tree a bit.
Why is it that every time we come across a tree, someone tries to destroy it?
I don't know. Maybe we just never met a botanist.
We
Why?
keep getting good things from this
You-
tree,
Oh,
except the first one. The first one doesn't. We get good things from trees. Why do we keep hurting trees?
Maybe it's because people are trying to rub the gift horse in the mouth.
I'm very disheartened.
I just thought of an image. Hold on.
Holy shit! I just mentally understood the phrase "looking gift horse in the mouth." Look, I always heard it, and to a degree, I understood like why.
No, I get you though. I'm still like that
I'm
with
getting
some
the visualization.
Never kick a horse in the mouth.
Kick a
You
horse.
should never look at a horse. Holy shit.
by the way, Senna turns back around to Candace just to ask a question.
Okay.
I'll be back in a minute.
Do you visibly, like, audibly receive commands, or is it just in your head? Do you hear a language?
That's a good question. I haven't thought of that. She kind of thinks for a second, then she says, "No, I don't hear anything. I mean, I hear my thoughts, but that's, thoughts." But no, I don't hear anything.
Are your thoughts in common or in whatever language you speak?
They're in my old language.
Can you talk to this tree in your old language? Just ask it what it is.
I don't.
Maybe it'll respond. It doesn't respond to common.
Okay. Shall kind of turn to the tree and ask it something. You can tell by the inflection that it's a question. She kind of looks at it, turns back to you and says, "No, nothing." Lucy, stop!
I'm fed up with this fucking tree.
I don't know why. I mean, it's just a tree.
It's not just
You're
a
you're
tree.
mad. You're mad because you
But
can't hurt it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad because I can't hurt it. I'm mad because I can't figure out what it is. I want to look
You're
inside.
gonna try
but
to
I
hurt
won't
it
let-
because you're mad?
It's
Well, you trying to hurt things
it's
you
like
can't
a
understand?
surgery,
It's so
okay?
insular, bro.
It's like an autopsy, okay?
Dude,
It's
I
for
thought-
knowledge.
Dude, I pass.
Do you perform an autopsy on something that's alive?
No,
That's called
But I-
murder.
That's a
That's
murder.
called- I'm pretty sure Senna's murdered.
well, you can't kill a tree, can you? Well, I guess
Yeah,
you can.
you
Yeah,
can.
you
technically
very
can.
much
What
can.
the fuck are you talking about? Yes, you can. You know, I know a plant person that wouldn't fucking agree with you in the slightest.
They sound like a bitch.
They are.
Yeah. So this tree, annoying. I'm moving on.
Why you
Just
gotta
like
hate the tree so much, bro?
So I let the shadow blade dissipate and then just turn around, all pissy.
Okay. Storm off.
Can I wander off a few meters behind one of the smaller trees and look in my book about this obelisk I saw?
Sure.
If there's something.
In the book, there's not going to be anything about the obelisk now.
Nah. Shite.
Yeah.
Then
They're
I
different
hide it.
origins.
Then I hide it again and come back.
Okay. Yeah. Candace is just gonna kind of go quiet and stare at the crystal for a bit. What's everybody else doing?
Never gift a horse in the mouth.
Other than that,
How close are we to crystals?
Never horse.
so they're all around you. You could pick crystals that are like right next to you, but there's the giant ones that are a little further off. They're all like it's an abundance of crystals. You would honestly would be more likely to trip over them than anything else.
Alright.
Never look a centaur in the ass.
I don't know. Can I
That's
roll
true.
perception to see if there's anywhere else to go in the area of importance or like anything left behind?
Sure, yeah. Looking around, I mean, it's a similar landscape all around. One thing does catch your eye. It seems to be maybe like a medium-sized crystal, but it has a very noticeable crack kind of going diagonally down the middle of it. Something about that just catches your eye.
I'm gonna go pick it up.
Okay. You go grab it, kind of pull it from the ground. Decently sized. Looking at it, the crack almost looks like, because you know it kind of spindles off and stuff like that. It almost looks like there's just the like most rudimentary shape of a flame with this crack.
I want to go over to Hierophant. I want to point this out to him and ask him about it.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to appear. All right. I
Hello.
walk near him and then ask him, "Hey, does this look deliberate to you?" And then I show him the crack and how it kind of like outlines the fire symbol.
It may be.
Perhaps.
So, like,
Could be.
Somebody
I
touch
like
me.
how I decide how I do things. Most likely, probably.
Shit,
Maybe.
okay. Let's try this.
What answer do you want?
What answer do you want?
I don't even respond to them. I go over to Cam and this and that.
What answer do? I'm gonna run after him.
Thud,
Not
thud,
really,
thud,
though.
thud,
Not
Hierophant's
really.
a nice person, guys.
I am very slow.
What were
What
you doing,
answer
right?
do you want? Then Hierophant stops caring. He does that thing where like you don't care and you like wave your hand away. You know, it's like eh. And then he goes back to lay down and think about why everybody's about to fucking die. I don't
So
like that
are we
chuckle.
making
I shouldn't have
camp
said
What,
that.
what were you doing, right? You said something about going to Candace.
Oh yeah, I went to Candace and I asked her. Same question, basically. I just want to know if like this looks like if I'm going crazy or if this actually looks like.
She looks at it. Kind of turns her head a bit one way and then the other way. No, it just looks like a crack to me.
This looks like a crack, huh?
Yeah,
Looks
I
like
mean,
crap.
pretty serious
Technically
one,
speaking,
but yeah.
it is a crack.
I don't see any like fire symbol in it. No.
I'm gonna hold on to it.
Okay.
You know what? No, I show it to Ben first. I ask him for his opinion too.
Well, it could be random, but I'm erring on the chance that it's not.
Alright. I think I'll just hold on to it for now then.
Okay. So you like putting it in your pack or something?
Actually, no, can I focus it? Like, can I try to focus on it or whatever?
Sure. I mean, you've done it plenty of times before. Yeah. So you sit down. Say like on some of the roots that have kind of come up under or up above the surface. Grasp it with both hands and just kind of look at it and focus on it, and especially focus in on the part that looks like a flame to you. And as you're looking at it, you can almost see the dance and the flicker of a flame within it. Until you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you look up kind of startled. You notice immediately that the area around you is a lot more misty than it was originally. And you look up to see the reds and golds of the outfit of one Jarrus Flameborn looking at you with his hand on your shoulder, just smiling down at you. It's been some time, my friend. How are you?
Give me just a minute. Give me just.
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Oh.
You notice looking at him, he's probably about his 60s, his 70s here. His hair, well, for an elf, so whatever that would be for an elf. His hair is whitened, his beard, very full, but also
67
white.
for an elf?
For an elf, yeah, so that's pretty
He's
old.
like a fucking teenager.
No, but like, in comparison to an elf, he's not actually 60 or 70. He's 60 or 70 in whatever.
So he's
that
like
would be for an elf.
670.
Yeah. Like, he's the equivalent of that for an elf.
Yeah.
So, definitely older. His face is a little more worn. You see he has a crown on his head.
Crown.
Mm-hmm.
The king of fuck.
The first king of Casbar.
I am the god of fuck. I am god of fuck. That's a real Marilyn Manson lyric.
I like that.
I didn't know that. Wow. You've. Everything is. Wow. It's.
He puts out a hearty chuckle as you say that. He sits down next to you. Yes, something like that. It's all a bit overwhelming at times, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still. I'm glad to see it still affects me this way.
Hasn't lost its luster.
How have things been? How long has it even been since we've last met and talked?
What was the last time we spoke? Was it before Zenhoon? Was it? It's hard to remember. Well, I'm an old man now, so there's that much at least, but...
You went and fought Senna?
Yes, we did that. Oh, maybe 100, 200 years ago at this point. We thought for a while that it was successful. Oh, yay, the heroes, we destroyed the great evil, but I've come to find in my later years that even he had a crafty plan. Kept himself alive. Only just barely, but kept himself alive.
You did?
He has the power of some unknown tree. Something that historians have spoke of, but we've never been able to pinpoint or understand too much about it. They say it's one of the Silver Oaks, but was born of fire. I figured that meant it was from Jewel, but there was never any reports of it being in Jewel, and now I know it's in Casbah. Whether here naturally or not, well, that's the question, I suppose.
Out of character. This is the same tree at his house that I touched.
You guys saw. So this tree, or what you would imagine is this tree, the tree that you guys experienced, was a tree that was smaller. Not massively, but it was smaller. It was like a tree maybe in like just the halfway point to growing to like full size kind of shit. So it could fit in his greenhouse basically, but it was reaching up to the roof. It was not withered. It was almost like it was made of like obsidian. It was this charred, unearthly looking tree. And I believe it was Xanius that felt the draw to give it blood, drip some blood in the soil. And that's when, you were locked up in that cage after Zenhoon had bit you. That's why you got an immediate taste for his blood. Like, immediate. You saw him and tried to fucking jump him. So there was definitely a connection. The two, Zenhoon and the tree, seem entwined, definitely.
Did I ever get to see the tree myself directly?
No, because I think you were caged up at that point. So the other people
Okay.
did, but you didn't. I don't remember if they said anything about it. It might have been mentioned in a passing comment, but full on, you didn't see it now.
All right.
So. JS will just kind of nod his head slowly and.
I want to say to Jared, I think based on what me and my compatriots were talking about right before I actually got here, there was a tree that he was at, and that he ended up, I guess, having in his home. It seems he has direct access to it now in the future, as opposed to where did you guys actually fight at when you went after?
Mount Kang. He was trying to attack Levi. We had to defend it. Lost a lot of good men and women there. The side of the mountain was stained in blood, which was delightful for him, of course.
Yeah.
We don't know if he has the tree in his possession, but we know that he somehow drew power from it. And I thought it would be so easy, you get the blessing from Levi, get these powers to manipulate the very elements that we use for life, and cause a lot of divides in the group. Some were already there. The Dragonborn never much liked me, but the other ones, like Borya, those hurt.
What happened to your group?
Well, we thought we won. We stood over his body. We came back later to burn it. It was gone. We didn't know what happened, but we figured out perhaps he's dead. Just disappeared. Maybe some of his followers took him and buried him. We found out maybe 50, 100 years ago that he was still alive. We don't know to what capacity, but still alive in his manor that he has up north. The Dragonborn Shire blew up, went back to her country. She was always really hot-headed. Aluna, she never said anything disparaging, but you could tell she was disappointed. And Borya, I think... Well, I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in a long time. He kind of went into isolation. The Elomian people are known to go into isolation, but even then, I was still good friends with him, even through all of that. But I haven't heard from him in quite some time since then. I think they blame me for it, which I was the leader. I guess that's to be expected, but it's not easy, you know?
I can understand.
I don't have many regrets in my life, I can say, but that might be one of them. It tore me apart for some time, but I've come to a place in my life where, well, it was funny, I was just thinking about you. The prophecy never said that we were to fulfill the prophecy, it was just that we were part of it, you know. And then meeting you through all this time travel, whatever it is, makes me wonder if you and your compatriots, and he kind of gestures with his hand, and you see over where everybody is sitting in the real world, you see these kind of ghostly figures of them, kind of frozen in time, just sitting around.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can see, like Mob of the Dead style, you can see them. And he looks back to you and says, I get the feeling that we were just the start of the prophecy. Perhaps you and your group there at the end. Hopefully. It certainly seems that Zanhun's power has begun to grow again in your time. So, one would imagine, right?
It's very possible.
You have a good group over there. Lots of strong-willed individuals. It's definitely growing, but if I can give you any word of advice, any at all from my experiences, you're going to have to deal with Zanhun, but make sure you're prepared for it. Don't make the mistake we did. No, don't make the mistake I did. This world is a bizarre place, full of things we don't understand. I feel like understanding it more might help you against him.
Understanding the world more?
Well, understanding which ways you can attack him, building your bonds stronger with these people, things of that nature. You certainly don't want to go there unprepared. He'll rip you apart. He's made sure of that.
Sure. Is there... What? Let me ask you this. What was the strongest thing in your arsenal when you went to fight?
The bending. Being able to manipulate the elements against him was something he didn't foresee. Watching his droves of undead be set aflame or crushed under massive rocks, frozen in place or swept away with the wind was what saved us from being outnumbered. And we were horribly outnumbered.
I see. So,
Is anyone in your group a bender?
currently, we had one, but now I think we only have. I think. I'm usually in the middle of the fight, so I don't.
Oh, trust me, you would know if you had some benders. They'd be doing
No.
crazy things. Almost unnatural, but also natural at the same time. It's interesting.
Is there a particular element, I guess, that's more useful than the rest?
They all fulfill different purposes. It'd be hard to say one was better. Depends on what you're asking for, I guess. Fire is definitely better for straight up fighting. Earth is good for defensive measures and also tripping your opponent up. Water, well, I feel like there's a lot more uses for it than what I saw, but Aluna was particularly good at healing people with it. And air, well, if you master the air, you master a lot of things, I suppose.
So who's gonna be the avatar?
Can I like paint my forehead?
Sure.
Oh, yes.
Would you wager it's possible to master all the elements?
It's never been done before, but I don't see why not. It would take an immense amount of willpower, self-discipline, all sorts of things, and just learning to bend anything to begin with is hard enough.
Tad, I'm sure.
Yeah, so it would probably take quite the special individual to be able to do something like that.
Jairus, I should tell you. My time crystal, the first crystal I had used to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
It was. Well, it's not hearing. I didn't use it to talk to you today. I couldn't have gotten here with it. I came across another from another tree that stuck.
He looks back behind him and kind of pats the trunk of the tree and says, "Yes, the Watcher."
You know it.
I know all the trees. Well, the ones that I've seen. I don't know Malum too well, but past that we, the group, had to visit all of them in order to prepare knowledge for all the virtues, basically, that we needed. They're very interesting, to say the least. This one, easily the most massive. The warmth of the trunk is somewhat unsettling, but comforting in a way too, I suppose. The ones in the deserts, I was never much a fan of, but I think one of them's probably lost to time anyways, buried under the sands. We only got to see it for a brief second before everything went to hell. The other one up in the mountains. A beautiful, beautiful tree. The most beautiful, though, was one in southern Alam. Borya was familiar with it. Gorgeous, gorgeous cherry tree. Stretches seemingly up into the sky, but...
You said cherry.
Yes, yes. There's this interesting part down in Alam, southern Alam, where... Well, Alam's known to be very mountainous, very cold, very brutal. It's almost like it's nothing like that. Cherry trees everywhere. Beautiful forests. A giant lake. If I wasn't the king of Casbar, honestly, I might move there, live there for the rest of my life.
Really?
Yeah. Enchanting place. Truly. A lot better than the other tree, which is underground, capped off in the capital of whatever that country's government is now. But They don't let a lot of people go there. It was a good thing we had Borya for that. Because I don't think we'd be allowed in otherwise. Sticklers they are. The only ones I don't remember much were the ones in Harville. They were the hardest to get to. It's almost like you had to leave this plane of existence to go to another one where they were. Kind of a similar vibe to this tree, but as if it's been transplanted from a different era, time, something like that, you know? No one's fully sure what's going on with these trees. It's certainly weird for trees to have this much power, right? And the legends goes that Arnasa gave the power to him, but I don't know. Arnasa itself is a weird thing. Not so sure we understand everything going on with it. Or with this world, for that matter. Yeah. They've started a big dig site over in Jewel. They say there's something really weird there. I don't know. They don't tell us because, you know, Kasbarians. But are you good? Okay.
My mind just understood big dick site, and I fucking died.
Wow.
Okay.
We live
I
in
just
so many
died.
different societies.
Roll up to the big dick site and do some dicking.
Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking.
A lot of the people here in Casbah think it's some fake thing the Julians are doing to try to entice people, but I don't know.
It's a government ploy. The earth is flat.
Maybe they can dig
Damn
down
right.
far enough to find the tree. That would be good.
The new Okobo dig site, and then I realized that I don't know if that's necessarily what it's called, right?
Yeah, he doesn't seem to recognize the name.
Yeah, the dig site is where you.
It's in southern Jewel. It's around the same area that we found one of the silver oak trees there, but like I said, it got buried, so I don't know if they're trying to dig it up or something. I don't know. Like I said, they haven't really shared information with us. I'd go over there, but I fear I'd be tortured, killed, you know. Things have gotten pretty bad between our countries ever since Shia left. Not that they were ever great, but, you know.
No, I understand. I want to say, I don't know how long I'll be here in this moment, but there's before our time, before you know, you were alive, this was a much more scientifically advanced country and place. We were what we see and live in now. Even you and is nothing of what it was before.
How do you mean?
There was a moment where I tried to come around here, but I also, I tried to bring some of my compatriots. In doing so, we didn't come back here. We further back. And oddly enough, we went so far back, it was we almost couldn't even comprehend what was in our before us. There was technology and everything there was shining lights, brightness. There was rain in the desert.
It never rains in the desert. What do you mean?
I think what took place at that dig site has something to do with that. It was a vastly different place. To try to understand it now from what it was before is nearly impossible unless you see. there with one of my closest friends and another. And we actually brought somebody with us from that time. Well, at least, well, not brought somebody with us. We encountered them again. That's in the far future.
He looks
even
over.
now-
He looks over to the group and kind of does a head count. Says, "Are they part of your group now?
Current,
Which one is it?"
it's a robotic woman. It's a woman.
Come again?
A woman made of machines.
He kind of
That
peers
is a lot.
around. His eyes eventually find Candace, and he kind of looks at her and says, "What do you mean, machines?"
I believe the way she put it. See, Android
Android or iOS?
is fucking. So she's basically like canonically she's an android, right?
She's
Okay.
Android synth. She is artificial life in human form, but she's not human. So
I say android as I look over at who he's taking head counts at, and wait, she's in your group. Wait, and then I started thinking about something. So she's that is the same canvas, right?
yeah, no, I mean it's the same. It's like how you left that group. They're all sitting the same way that you saw. So she's sitting there, kind of looking at the crystal. Hierophant's kind of probably laying down again at this point. Fahil's chilling. Senna's kind of storming off. Karagoon seems to be coming back from hiding somewhere or walking off somewhere.
Smoking.
Yeah.
All
So,
frozen.
so it's like they were frozen in time, and then you just see these kind of ghostly figures of them.
I get you. Sorry,
Yeah.
I misunderstood what was.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Is hero. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, no, I pointed at Candace and I'm like her.
She looks perfectly normal.
Is her arm blade situation currently like
She has them retracted into her arms.
she has them retracted?
Yeah, like you can't see them.
Damn.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to her than meets the eye, man. As a matter of fact, she runs on crystals, the same crystals that we use to talk to you.
She runs on them? How does she run on them?
I-
This is something I feel there's a lot to explain and probably still kind of beyond you.
Fair. It very likely is. It
Yeah.
all took a lot to understand. But yeah, that's happened. Stuff.
It sounds like you all have quite the adventure ahead of you.
There's some big site. I'm thinking. Just as you thought to seek it and go to it, we plan to, and we haven't yet. There may be something, I think.
Well, perhaps it's time to make it that way.
Sir,
Just be cautious. You want to balance your time well. It's not something you need to rush into with Senhun, but he certainly is growing stronger by the day. I worry he'll grow too strong one of these days. But it's always a fun balancing act with figuring out when the proper time to go is. I feel like you guys will know when the proper time is, though. You all seem... Well, you all seem very capable.
Andy capable fucking retard.
I was gonna say intelligent I was like, wait, no, that sounds a little condescending for him. I'm not gonna do that. Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Serious face. On. In due time, we will go back. We have some unsettled business ourselves there.
Of course, I can see a lot of pain. I mean, you guys. Seems you've all had less than ideal lives up until now. Maybe
Yeah,
solving some of that will
it.
help.
Wait. Where were you before this moment? When I also. Because right now, okay, out of character. Right now, we're at my campfire, right?
Yeah, you guys
Well,
are at the.
shack-
Well, you're off to the
kinda-
side of it, yeah. You're in like
Yeah,
a frozen time of where you were, basically.
No, right. That's where I am. But
Mhm.
like he had to travel, I would assume, to that point, or like before this, right? He was doing something, and then he got here. So
Oh.
now I'm asking. him,
Yeah,
where
no,
was
he looks at you and
Because
says,
he didn't snort crystal.
no, he looks at you and he says, well, I came to the Watcher here to try and get some wisdom. The people of my court were not happy that I was leaving, but I don't know, I felt drawn to this tree. Perhaps this is why.
You felt drawn to it.
That's correct.
Interesting.
I mean, in the past, you've just kind of shown up in places I was, but this is the first time that I felt drawn to go somewhere where we've met.
To find. We also, in a way, felt. I guess we kind of came here. Yeah, there was a sense of more than one person. I think needing or wanting to come here, myself included. So maybe this was for a reason.
Have your
I mean,
compatriots had the same things that you've had?
Same thing.
Visions with the crystals, things of that. I mean, there's so many crystals here. I'd imagine
Oh.
the word of you traveling with the crystals has gotten around your group pretty quickly.
It definitely has. A couple of people here already have picked up some crystals. I want to say the elephant one over there, and I think he's laying down now. Right?
Yeah, he's lying down.
He actually just he was talking about how traumatic the experience was of using the crystal. And Oni, did you say that you saw bro guy?
Yeah. That was like last session. But yeah, when I first came to, I said, "Oh, okay. I had vision from Mr. Funny Man."
Yeah, he said he saw a great hero that was also elephant.
You can't do that fucking shit! I'm trying to be serious! You can't fucking spurg out like that! I'm trying to be serious! And all I was... It sounded like a fucking dryer!
You
Oh my god!
big dick size.
God damn it, bro! The immersion! No, it's fine. We're good. We're good. If it wasn't retarded, it wouldn't be a D&D game with us. Let's be honest here. Come on now.
Immersed in the presence of big dick.
Oh man. Yeah. Fuck, I forgot what you said. All right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Jairus will kind of look to him and look back to you, and he'll say, I wonder if maybe the other heroes are reaching out to you and your people. Interesting. I don't think Rat's here. Rat, are you here?
No, I am.
Oh, he's here. Okay. I didn't know if you
Maybe-
walked off or not.
I mean, maybe prophecy is for us to really evolve. Maybe through all the processes of our people, like the people in our group coming and going through their life. Maybe we found a concrete group of people for the prophecy to realize, like for it to be realized.
Perhaps it's the case.
Maybe it's finally time.
Finally time for Zenhoon to get his. That's a nice thought. Well, whatever happens with Zenhoon and whatever things you learn and get from this previous people, I wish you the best of luck, of course. I hope we get to speak again, as always.
Thank you for the wisdom, old friend.
Yes. They always said I was crazy when I told them that I was meeting you, but it is what it is, I suppose.
Irony.
And with one final chuckle and a smile, everything around you begins to... Well, not everything. He starts to fade, and the mist kind of starts to fade. And you look up from the crystal and look over where your group was once these ghastly forms. They are now back to their normal forms. In motion. Some of them, at least. Karagoon's walking back to the group. Senna's kind of pouting in a corner. So, yeah. And as you're looking at the group, you hear footsteps off to your right. They're off to your left, and you hear footsteps to your right. And you look over and you see the brim of Elias's hat, along with the snake, as he kind of turns the corner, kind of wiping his eyes as he walks over. He says, "Why, mate? How you doing? It's a nice crystal you got there." All right then. That's funny as fuck.
Oh, what's the word death mean?
He'll kind of look at you and be like, "You all right there? You seem a bit startled. Off your game a bit, I suppose."
You're off your meds.
Who, me?
Yeah. You look like you saw something, like a ghost or something.
Well, I just had a visit with an old friend. It was Jairus,
Jairus,
the hero.
the first king of Casbah.
Yeah, that one.
Mate, whatever you're taking, you gotta let me know where you get it, because that sounds great.
I point to the floor at the crystal.
Oh. I was thinking more drug, personally, but okay.
No drugs. I don't think so, anyway.
All right then. Well, that's
Remember
interesting.
when you told us that your, I think you said it was your great-great-grandfather or something along those lines, where he came to the tree and said he had visions?
Yeah. He kept talking about them and finding out what happened to him and all this kinds of stuff. Suddenly had the ideas for the first firearms. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, these crystals are special.
I mean, they're certainly beautiful, yeah.
A little more than that. Here, come here.
He'll sit down next to you. All right.
Does this look like a deliberate crack that shows like a kind of like fires on this crystal right here?
Be honest with you, mate. Maybe I'm just crazy, but it almost looks like a bullet to me.
That is expected, I suppose. It really does.
Do you see a flame in it?
I did, yeah.
It's interesting. Maybe it's, well, I don't know. I'm not really good with all this mystical stuff, you know? I make guns. I'm really good at making guns, furniture, too.
Well, that's understandable. you might actually, who knows, if you're lucky, you'll come across a crystal around here that particularly catches your interest. And when you peer into it, you might also get visions like your great grandfather.
Just like your great Gatsby.
Like the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. Just like the Titanic. Sad boat.
Well, maybe one of these
We're not
days I'll have
smiling
to.
anymore.
Maybe one of these days I'll have to give it a try, huh? I definitely feel like this place is special. I mean, look at this fucking tree, Jesus. But
Yeah.
oh, Lord. But well, I don't know. I mean, I'm still out here to hunt. I don't know if you guys are still, but you know.
I want to rest, bro. I'm tired.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an intense day and all
It's
that.
getting.
Oh yeah, no, it's
dark.
getting dark out here. Nah, we're gonna camp. I was gonna set up some tents and stuff, but yeah, nah, we're maybe after the fact. I don't know.
Had like at least.
You guys look
2 years
exhausted.
Experiences, man.
Yeah,
You
you
are
guys.
exhausted.
Yeah. Well, how about we camp down for the night and we'll figure out what's going on in the morning. How's that?
Yeah, man.
All right. So he'll start setting up tents. Anybody who wants to help can help him.
You know what's going on in Senna's head right now?
What's going on in Senna's head?
She's dead. She
What if
died.
she-
They lamp loud
That's
as fuck.
funny. Lamp.
Lamp.
So, what if she could just take Malum from Jet and use it for herself?
Oh, then you die.
No,
That's really
Shut up.
simple, actually.
I'm
It's a
already
really
dead.
simple process.
Can't do that. Can't do that. No.
It's really simple.
It's an interesting
Your
thought.
crow?
Not sure how it
your
ends.
crow-
She is
your
actually
crow-
considering that.
It's weird. Your crow, it would end up without a head. It's really cool.
How do you know? I mean,
Oh,
after
I have
I
to
mean,
say, it's called a
I
sun
mean-
blade. It's good at cutting things.
I'm not even talking to
crow
you.
has-
She's thinking that.
No. I'm saying to you, as Oni Boros talking to Vivid Hun.
Well, I'm saying to you that
Yeah.
after Jet is dead, she's gonna try and take that.
Okay.
Telling you right now.
Oh, okay. I mean, are you saying this in character, out of character? Yeah,
I'm saying
no,
it's out of- I'm
you're
saying
gonna-
it's out of
you are-
character.
She's telling us her entire thought process. So you
You're
need to
going
prepare
to
ahead
die.
of time.
You are definitely going to die.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean
Oh,
I'll
I'm
be
just making
bad with
sure.
it.
Oh,
I'll
no,
just take it so it isn't uncontrolled.
No, I feel you. I'll kill you. I feel you.
I get it.
You know what, right?
Yeah, no, I fuck with that. You know, you'll be dead, but I fuck with you, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys camp down for the night. So you guys get a long rest. So go ahead and up your spell slots, your health, all that stuff.
No.
Yo,
then-
I have spell slots.
Eventually, you guys wake to the morning sun, blazing above the swamp, and all had nice, restful sleep. Elias seems to be making something over the fire as you guys wake up. What would you guys like to do?
Oh wait, the session's not fucking over.
It could be. I mean, I don't know. We've had what? What is this? 2 hours?
2 hours.
We had like
Maybe.
one conversation.
Yeah, 2
Don't
hours
stop
and 3
now.
minutes.
It depends on how much you got planned, because we can kill shit.
I have a whole fucking encounter planned for this.
Then-
What's
Let's go.
that? I roll up to my good friend Jebediah Jeremiah Tobias.
Jebediah Jeremiah, yes!
Jebediah Jeremiah Tobias Elias, and
I walk up, stand, and start.
I inquire what is on the agenda for this lovely morning.
Well, mate, we could go hunting again. I mean, there's some good hunts down here. You ever heard of a chupacabra before? Oh, there's one near here. Just over on an island, Calaga
Yeah, I
Island.
know Mexico.
Yeah.
Aren't they mythical?
We could go kill that sucker. It'd be nice to have the, yeah.
Let's do it.
Fucking
Well.
Transformers transform and roll out, bro.
Have a great time, yeah. I mean, we're down here for the hunt, right? We could have a nice little,
All the
Fight
lights
with it.
roll in.
Do that.
All right, then. It's a bit of a
Senna's
trek, and we
turn.
gotta go across some water. So I guess we should get to it then, yeah?
I
Yeah.
just realised where Bin Chicken's voice came from, and I'm very disappointed about it.
Where did it come from?
It's fucking Elmer from one of Kideo706 Gmon videos.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Senna just turns over to Elias, like,
No, I think it's excellent, actually.
why are there so many cursed creatures in this bog? Why?
Well, I don't know. It's I guess it's because it's been untouched for so long. I mean, they made it a national park so nobody would destroy it. Maybe something about the swamp just makes them stronger, better. I don't know. Faster, stronger, all those things.
Maybe it's...
It's probably the
She
most
turns
wild
She
area
turns
in
around to the
Casbah.
tree for a second and then just like, let's just go kill it.
Alright, mate. Let's get out of it then. So, for the sake of time, and the fact that I still don't really know how to do travel quite well.
You say you guys traveled, and sometimes
Yeah, so I mean, you guys head
traveled,
through
and
the
then
swamp.
You got ambushed by some big cock bandit guy, or you just said, oh, you guys went there.
Yeah, so you guys travel through the swamp, eventually finding yourselves to the coast here. And Elias will pull out one of his inventions, which is a pocket boat that turns into a large boat. And pocket boat. You guys will head towards Caligo Island. And
Pumpkin.
right.
Katagawa.
What?
Katagawa Island.
It sounded like
Caligo. It's Caligo.
Oh,
Katagawa
God.
Island.
yeah, I misheard the hell out of that.
Yeah, you really did. But
Yeah,
we're
you
going.
really did.
What? That was funny.
That's
Oh
the
my
name of
god,
Katagawa Island, man.
that's funny. What?
So you guys eventually make it to the coast of this island here. It's a sizable enough island. Also swampy, you know. You notice there's a lot more like bamboo and stuff here, though. Like the brush and the stuff is much thicker than most of the areas you guys have been through. And as Elias packs up his pocket boat and puts it back in his pocket, he looks down and he says, "All right, the fucker should be around here somewhere. I don't know where exactly, but I guess we should start looking for clues of its whereabouts and whatnot, right?" And he'll start hacking through the brush. Go ahead and make investigation checks to see who can find the stuff.
Apparently not.
Oh,
Wow, I'm doing really
wrong
good on
button.
investigation checks today.
there.
I investigate my eyes.
Can't even find the rock that I just tripped over.
So you guys kind of wander around, looking. Not Hierophant, sorry. Fahil, you see what looks like bizarre. They're footprints of some sort, but they're like these three almost taloned feet. Kind of small, actually. So it's a little hard to see them, but you do spot some of them kind of tracking into the underbrush. Senna, as you're looking around, would you get out of the fucking cupboard? Thank you.
Fine. But you didn't have to shout.
Senna, as you're looking around, peering with every ounce of your being and whatnot, you notice the ground start to get kind of boggier, kind of harder to walk in. Eventually, you can't quite pull your feet off of the ground as you kind of have sunk into it, and you look down and you realize, hey, this is colored a little different than the rest of the area around me, and you're sinking into it.
Nice. Could you help? Help!
Only comment, nice.
You guys hear Senna just kind of shouting help.
You should get out.
Fuck
Can I
off!
roll?
I can't.
Can I go there and roll percent?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so if you guys head over there, I mean, you head over there, you see
Bro, let me just use earthbending to get you out of it.
Wouldn't that be
break
nice?
my legs.
Where's my earthbending?
Rhett, she's in quicksand currently. She is sink-
Would I roll
She is sinking.
dexterity to try to pull it out without falling in myself? Or would I like to and then like a dexterity saving throw?
I mean, if you step in it, you're gonna be in the same boat she is. There's really no two ways about that.
Is this where I die?
First the portal, now this.
Wait, I want to say, before I help, I want to ask you: did we ever ask you if you like dogs, Senna?
Yes, you did. That was the first thing you asked me to help you out of here.
Glory.
What was your answer?
The answer was
Drink carefully.
sounds like a snake. I don't think snakes like dogs.
I said yes. I don't know if I cut out.
It did,
Ah.
but I got you.
Yeah, she's all yes as she's sinking. It's about to her waist now.
I reckon we have to do something.
Is there a vine near here or something?
Yeah, there's vines all around the place. Yeah.
Push a vine over. You should pull yourself
Pull-
out.
I'm gonna hang myself. Hold on.
No, pull yourself out like with your hands.
Oh,
Could you
I
imagine?
gotcha. Hold on.
Make a
Hanging yourself while you suffocate under the ground. How do you even feel it?
Yeah, it's just like you, Rhett. It's just like you end up rolling around and ending up in the ground. She's just ow, 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 ow.
It's like everything's fine. You're flying through the air, and you're like, all right, so I'm gonna have to go.
You're
And then
gliding.
in it.
You're looking for the dragon. You can't breathe. Ah!
What a roll! Help!
Fucking scream!
Roll the pull yourself out of the quicksand.
It's a
Pull up
strength
your
check.
fucking bootstraps.
Strength check. Roll a strength check.
Yeah, what are you, a fucking Joe Biden voter? Pull
Oh
yourself
my-
out, you fucking
Oh my God, Rhett! That fucking scream! I can just imagine you doing that too. Like I see your Minecraft character in that, and you doing that. Oh, I'm gonna die! Help me! Holy shit! 18. Yeah. So you grab a hold of the vine.
DC is actually 30. I don't make it.
Yeah, I know you die. No, you're able to pull yourself out. It takes it takes a lot of effort, but you're able to pull yourself out just fine. You're a little traumatized from the experience, but you know.
I don't like sand.
Burn! It's not even hot, but it burns.
I'm fucking sweating, bro. That's because I turned the heater on, though. Hold on, let me turn it off. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck, bro. Oh, what the
Do you think there's an alternate universe where name Red's like your like past?
Alright.
Of course.
So I don't want to do a whole fucking hunting thing.
like
So you
Borya.
guys follow Fakil as he's leading you guys along.
You're like,
I'll be back in 4 hours.
We're just about to get to the place.
I had put my tripod up and everything.
You fuck.
We should have stopped playing. We should have stopped.
That's fine. So you guys find yourselves eventually to a pond.
Oh, wet.
Ooh. Oh my God, you're so retarded. Ooh, what? So go ahead and pull yourselves onto the map. You guys are right here.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, I didn't look. Hold on.
Right here.
Eh.
And then go ahead and roll initiative, and we'll start the searching of the area.
Who the
fuck?
fuck is unravel? Let's go.
Ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, bum, bum. Ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, bum, bum. Fucking love. You know what? For all the shit Borderlands 3 is, the fucking soundtrack, amazing, brother. Holy
It's rather
shit.
good, isn't it?
It's so good, bro.
I know
Especially
why.
for D&D shit. Like, god damn, bro. What the fuck did you just do? I'm calling the police right today.
But the police aren't real.
Fuck, dude. Hey, I
We don't
can...
have police anymore. Well, that joke's outplayed now.
That's
Police
true.
don't do anything for us no more.
You know it's great. I
have
have...
the local anarchist.
I have a little fucking remote, and I can change the color of my fans. It's great.
Oh, is it that remote that has like the colors on it? That
Yeah, it's
remote
at the
you
little
get
buttons.
things?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like it.
It doesn't work on my front fans because that's the water cooler, and I don't know how to change those colors. But they're blue by default, so I set my other fans to blue, and now it's all blue. It's wonderful. I can change it to like fucking yellow. Yellow looks really bad.
Oh fuck! There's a map. Oh,
White looks pretty cool.
shit.
Pink.
Oh fuck.
Orange? There isn't really an orange one. There's red. That's really the only thing there is. There's a teal and there's a dark blue. I don't know why there's two different blues. And there's a pink. Like, why the fuck is... Well, e-girls, I guess that's why there's a pink, but still. Come on.
And I didn't mind pink sometimes. I'm be more inclined to do
Where am
purple.
I? Gotta drag myself.
Yeah, drag yourself in and initiative, and then you guys can start searching the area. Also, do you like how the map looks? Because I spent 20 bucks on a thing that makes maps in this art style. So do you like this? Does this
quite
look
lovely.
nice?
Fucking
Okay.
disgusting.
Shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. God, I hate you.
Why is my initiative always?
Why is everyone's initiative so low? Like, what the fuck?
Why? Every
Alright.
time.
Senna, you can start searching. You guys get here. This is a beautiful pond here. There's nothing seemingly in the area. It's just a very overgrown spot. Quite cool, quite nice here. Temperate.
Senna wants to ask Elias.
I'm just gonna eat my fucking butterfinger.
Is that thing...
Hey, yo, toss me a Butterfinger, would you?
Nobody put a finger on my butterfinger.
It's a butterfinger bite. It's like a butterfinger, but small.
Yo, toss me
I would
some.
never do
Like a lot of them.
Yo,
Hello?
Yeah, toss me like 3 or 4.
I'll toss you a couple.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I'm appreciative, truly.
Is the thing undead?
Huh?
I want to ask Elias if the chupacabra thing is undead.
Let me look. He looks through, starts flipping through the catalog. Well, the problem is we don't really know what it is. Chupacabra's, it's kind of a term just for like a small goblin-like dog kind of thing, but no one's sure if that's actually what they look like or not. They've only ever seen them in shadows. I don't think they're undead. I'm not sure, though. They could be.
So
Well,
it's
They're
about
mostly
time for-
nocturnal from what this says here, so I don't even know if we're going to be able to see anything right now. Maybe we have to wait for night.
Oh,
You know, we might have to wait for
I'm
that.
about to stop walking. I'm about to stop walking. Can I look around and try and see it?
Yeah.
Should you be walking there?
Perception. I just
See.
forgot. I have a fucking
Oh
bag
yeah,
of M&Ms
oh,
right here.
my eyes. My
Borya.
eyes work.
How could I forget this?
For once they do.
You see a very tranquil pond. Beautiful, lush vegetation all around.
Nigga, no. You don't
Yeah,
see
you
him.
don't see shit.
Hey, Will.
Yeah, what's poppin'?
Fuck. I threw one at my mic.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Yeah,
Dumb.
It showed up as an M&M, which is weird, but fuck, did it work?
That's weird.
Yeah, I guess
That's
I'm
like
just blind.
Time dilation, bro.
Yeah,
That's my
that
turn.
changes the properties of the food.
So yeah, you don't see anything here. So,
Turn over.
Remember that.
I talked to man guy over there, right?
Yes, man guy
might
dude.
not be able to see where he is right here and now, but do you think we would be able to? I don't know, find like tracks of it. Like, do you know what tracks would look like?
Well, he'll follow tracks here. Like the tracks come here and then stop.
Oh, okay. So they're stopping at this pond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they stop
That's
right. They stop like right about here, and then this area is just, you know, this clearing opens up. So.
Let me go about uppity, bam, and then from here. Can I roll investigation? See if there's anything
Sure.
to look for, worth looking at. I feel like no matter how high I roll this, you're gonna tell me it's nothing here. Well,
That would be correct.
then I'm not going to do it because that's tough. Actually, you know what I will do? Damn. I want to sneak, but I don't have a reason to do it, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, Elias will call out. He'll say, "Be honest with you guys, I don't think we're going to see anything until the night. Maybe we should just make a camp, hang out for a bit, maybe wait for a little less sunlight."
Do you have supplies for camp?
"Oh, I've got supplies for days, mate. Let me introduce you to my pocket camp." And he pulls out a pocket camp and starts making it.
There you go. You know,
He's an inventor. He's an inventor. Everything he invents, it's a pocket
I'm
version
a
of
pocket
You
man.
got a pocket strip club, dude.
Strip club. Hold on. Oh, wait, you said the word.
it. Oh shit. So yeah, so you guys want to camp until night?
I guess.
Okay. Cool. So go ahead and just, we'll say the camp's like right about here. Just go ahead and pull yourself wherever you feel you'd be. I will
You said camp
pull
is where?
right here. Okay, before heels in the water. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold night watch because I've got dark viz.
There is no night watch. We're just
Yes,
chilling,
but
bro. It's
watching.
daytime.
Shut.
Oh.
What the fuck are you gonna night watch? It's date. We're waiting
I'm
until
gonna be.
night.
I'm just gonna be the first one up because I'm already.
Spring
gonna
walk.
be
We're
just
not sleeping. We just
Wait.
woke up.
Fuck off!
Fight someone and it's gonna.
All right. So you guys wait until nighttime.
Yes.
Red, are you actually in the water?
No.
Like up until nighttime? Okay, so pull yourself wherever you would be. I'll say go ahead and roll perception checks, everybody, and we'll see what happens here.
Well, yeah, because we've been here, right? So if
Yeah,
something changes-
You guys are just kind of keeping an eye out.
Can't see shit.
Hierophant, rolling high.
So, Hierophant,
Borya
you're
with
the
that
first to
bottle of bear in
notice.
his eyes.
Brett, you need to roll too. You're the first to notice as the sun begins to set and kind of bathe the area in this kind of orangish red color. And it goes further and further down. The reddish hue doesn't go away. And
Blood
you
moon.
yeah, you watch slowly as you see the moon come up, blood red. Right above you
Oh
guys.
hey, look! It's a blood moon.
This gives some of you chills, some more than others. Looking at you, Rhett.
Nah, it's just space, bro. That's fine.
I appreciate its bloody glory.
I like blood.
It's red.
Well, you said it makes me afraid.
You've seen a blood moon before in one of your visions.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm not that smart, friend. Gotcha, though.
Oh yeah, it was at the end of the vision you had where you were at the Jet Manor. When everything went dark, a blood moon appeared, and then the I think it was a dream actually, and it ended. So that's kind of interesting. Furthermore, Hierophant
I
and
wanna
Senna.
openly say weapons.
What's up?
So I wanted to openly, like, I wanted it to be visibly heard that I said weapons out, and I'm
Oh, yeah.
clutching my head.
Yeah, you say weapons out. Hierophant and Senna, you guys also feel as if something is watching you now. As this
I'm
moon
already
rises.
twiddling with my dagger, and feeling that, I'm just like, nope. Nope. I'm going back in the tent.
Let me roll, I guess, initiative.
Side
for it.
note, she actually gets in the tent.
Okay. What's that? Oh, wow. Okay.
You rolled a natural.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm afraid.
You guys just kind of look around. The red light somewhat unsettling. The ponds just kind of ripples with this red color from the moon. The trees are all bathed in this red. Something happens near Candace, and she kind of whips around really quick, like she noticed something. And she pulls her one arm blade out. And she looks at you and she says, "Did you guys see anything?"
No.
Something just moved behind me.
Weapons out.
I pull out my hand axe.
I got a really bad feeling about this.
Unholstered my pistol.
I slam my fist together and start charging my...
Yep. Okay.
How dark is it?
It's not very dark. I mean, it's nighttime, but the light from the moon, it's a full moon. It's just red. So it's not too dark. You can see pretty well. Nemrat. What would you like to...
You know what? Now I have a reason, because I'm paranoid, you know? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go water to the tree here, and then I'm going to SNEAK, bro. You know, STEALTH. Man.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
What skill is perception under?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. He is not going to see me.
Watch him roll. Watch him roll.
If you're going to do it, I just want to see it. I want to see how bad he misses.
Oh, he rolled an 18.
Oh, unfortunate.
I'm above the rest. I am.
So yeah, you kind of take cover by that bush there. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Okay. Katagoon.
So I close up with a group, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Then I try to find something.
Okay.
Perception.
Yep. So just as a future thing, because I don't know if I've told you guys, perception is like you're just looking. Investigation is if like you're also actively like using your hands and shit to move stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Just so you know the difference of them in the future.
Okay. I just wanted to look, so...
Yeah.
Perception.
That way you just know, so like if you want to... You don't have to ask me, you can just be like, I want to investigate by, doing this. So, just things for the future. Because I don't know how many of you know the difference, so... Why is this turn order fucked up? What's going on here?
Oh. Because I went first, and then technically they should, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but now
so
if it heals, like, if a heal has to go before.
20. Do you see that it's not very windy right now? This tree here is rustling. The entire tree is rustling.
And I point that out. Hey, look, this tree doesn't rustle because of wind.
Yeah.
Can someone go over there who's not me?
Real.
And then I'm unsure.
That was dumb.
Elias is just gonna point his hands kind of in a defensive position towards the tree. Like he's holding a spell or something. Candace doesn't seem to give a shit. She's just gonna walk up to the tree and start swinging. She can't do 2 arm blade attacks because one of them is broken, so she'll just attack. That's a fucking crit fail. She's about to break her other fucking arm blade.
No.
This is about to be really tragic for her.
Her entire arm falls off. She just dies on the spot.
Reroll this attack against an ally within 5 feet of both of you and the original target.
Wait. Wait. Oh no.
You don't. She doesn't have an ally within 5 feet.
Oh, thank God.
Be funny as fuck if you just die.
You're 10 feet away. Yeah. Okay. Senna.
She crawls out of the tent like, the fuck? Just yells to Candace, "You move out of the way real quick."
No.
Oh. Fine, I guess I won't fireball then.
It's just such a soundbite. No, it's like a fucking YouTube sound effect.
Alpha! Oh my God!
Set the tent on fire.
Alright, Birdie, go ahead and pull that card on out. Let's see it.
Put the card out.
I don't
Pull it out.
wanna.
You deserve it.
We're having fun. Oh, I didn't put battle music on. Hold on, let me put some battle music on.
Card out.
Fuck that dude.
What do we want to
I
listen
cannot
to?
walk! I can only jump! I'm a bunny.
That's what I want.
No, rabbits can walk though.
Ah.
More like a frog.
Okay, what the
Now,
card
folks,
is?
I'm done.
Wait, hold on. Put the card back up, because that's a magical attack. That's not a melee attack. It'd be different.
No,
that is the
that
magical
was a
effect.
magical effect.
Oh, okay, I see. I was
can't
reading the top one.
walk.
Wait, so you can't walk for 4 turns?
I can only
You can't walk for like the entire fight.
fuck.
Wasn't a minute like 10 turns? Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Well,
so
wow.
40 turns, you're not moving this fight.
Interesting.
Yo, I hope to
Bye-bye.
God. I hope he doesn't. I hope Will doesn't make this mob.
So wait, how many turns is it? Is it 4?
4 minutes, 40
1 minute,
turns.
1 minute is 10 turns, right?
Did it say 1 minute per
Stuck for
thing?
40 turns.
It said 1d4. She rolled a 4.
Wow. Okay, so you know we'll work this in though. We'll work this in. As you're aiming this firebolt towards the tree, you see these 2 very pointed eyes, red eyes, glare at you, and it fucking terrifies you. You can't move.
But I can only jump though. Like,
You can
can I
jump.
just not jump?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
So
funny.
I'm just stuck.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I'm just like,
And you know, with that happening,
Yo, if you wanna work it out, you also could because you never actually mentioned him actually doing a firebolt attack. He was about. So if you want, he could. I mean, couldn't he keep that spell slot since he never actually did the attack?
it's a cantrip anyway.
yeah.
Oh.
So this creature is very aggressive.
Oh no.
Is your turn over, Bernie?
Yeah.
How big
So
is-
he's gonna go ahead and use. You watch the tree kind of rustle violently as this thing jumps out of it straight upwards and dives straight towards Senna. With well, I've got to take it off the GM layer. Hold on. Layer token. So there he is, and he is going to dive attack.
Hello, doggy.
Can you
Why
not?
is that still the GM? Can you not? Public. I want
can
them
see
to
it.
see it.
I see.
No, that's what I was talking about.
Fuck.
So it shoots up into the air, starts flying. This fucking ugly creature. It looks like a goblin and a dog kind of mixed together with other elements. These long clawed nails. Rat, you're pretty close. You can smell what smells like not decay, but like it ate something that was decaying. You see it has blood kind of stained jaw. And let's see, 30 feet. Oh yeah, it's just gonna whoop right there.
Ow. Please.
Melee attack. Okay, so then I guess I roll a claws attack. Yeah.
Oh, you're really about to fucking roll on that one, please.
Ah!
I called it. You fucked up. Break
That's
your
three-
damn
that-
claw.
That's like 3 nat 1s in the first.
Show me the
Three,
cards.
Yeah, let's see the
three
card.
attacks, 3 nat 1s.
Yes.
Yeah, this is
We're having a lot of fun.
Get the
It's a
card.
top unit, that
1d4
was.
penalty.
Oh, we won.
Wait, no, it doesn't. It doesn't actually do anything because it's a claw attack and it wasn't made with a tail.
What?
This isn't a melee weapon. This is just a
Yeah.
hand attack, right?
It would still count as a
It's
melee
natural
attack.
weapon.
It's the third one.
This
It is-
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because it's
Ah!
a claw.
Yes, the target strike the floor or wall.
So nothing happens.
Half of the
The,
damage from the attack.
the top one is like a sword or like a hammer.
Anything
Right,
The second one
melee.
is like a bow or a crossbow. The third one is like a beast. Like a
Mm.
claw or a tail hit or like a...
Yeah, the
Oh,
last
okay.
one's magic.
I gotcha.
And the
I've been
fourth
wondering
one
what
is
that was.
magic.
Okay.
I feel like, yeah, that's,
So he takes
yeah,
half of the damage, so 2d6. So roll.
It doesn't hit me anyway.
No, but it takes half, so it takes 1 point of damage. Okay.
Oh.
Isn't that what
Can you just say
made with-
if it specifies, like, if this is done with a certain weapon, fuck that, because it's boring.
Oh, okay.
It makes me angry.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, that said, it's only if it's done with a tail.
Mm.
Yeah.
So they roll a crit fail. It's like, only if you have a tail does it affect you, though. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, we'll go around that.
Yeah, let's
Alright,
go.
so
Let's-
that's
we got
one
shit.
legendary action
Cross.
down.
But that's a
Uh,
legendary. Oh.
Fahil. You watch this fucking weird looking beast just shoot up straight into the sky, just vroom, right up in the sky and just dive towards Senna.
Ma! That's a weird looking
The fuck out of here, you weird looking fuck! Ah.
Oh, I don't want to scare Hierophant.
I am very indifferent. It just looks like a malnourished dog.
A flying malnourished dog? That doesn't
Yeah.
sound strange.
No, it sounds strange. I'm not intimidated. I'll walk into
You
it.
know,
I'm a spellcaster. I don't need to, but I will anyway.
You won't, pussy.
Okay. When's you, Brit? Hey,
Yeah.
Brit, end your turn. Brit, do your thing. And make it. Do your turn.
okay, I'm gonna shout duck to Senna, and I'm gonna fire a 9 to 11 shot at that thing.
Bro, I can't duck. I'm stuck in place.
Well, you could duck.
She's
right?
in
But that's
quicksand
not-
again.
I feel like if you can jump, you can also duck.
Yes.
You can duck, you can't move, like you can't walk.
Yeah. I feel like it should specify you can duck. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
correct, probably.
Okay.
Do the pew pew. Still hit my skull. Yeah.
That'll hit, roll damage.
Ouch.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Hierophant!
Hello, my name is Hierophant. I don't know why I turned into the funny guy.
Yo, you're a funny guy.
The funny guy from the funny show.
Hey, what's up, Hierophant? Let's go, dude.
Hierophantino. I look up and I walk.
Oh
I
wow,
look-
the turn order is scuffed. Hold on. Something's wrong here.
Oh shit.
Yes.
What's going on?
421 9. Hello.
I'm confused.
I look at you and I look at you and I look at you and I look at you. I'm not done. And I look at you and I look at. I can see that's a short little dumb emo.
It's a
demon
bush.
Thing. No, I'm the him.
Mm-hmm.
If I see him hide, that means I know he's there, so I can see him.
I have sneak onto the max.
Actually, yeah, you
Okay,
would
I
not
don't-
be able to see him.
Whatever, fine. I don't fucking
Don't
see him. Fine, let's go Spirit Guardians, baby. Woo! you better just fucking keep your fucking distance. And then my fucking bonus action. My bonus action, I don't use spiritual weapon because I'm pretty sure you can't use 2 spells in 1 turn.
Not unless one's a cantrip.
Yeah, exactly, and precisely. And I decide the best course of action is you get the Sunblade and you use it and you get a crit.
Hey! It breaks.
Oniboros, put the card up.
Dude, I love cards, bro.
Watch
Do
you
you
kill
count
me.
cards, bro? Do you count cards?
You fucking
count
counting
cards?
cards?
Your weapon's
Yeah.
dead. You try 1d4. Just forever. Just permanently.
It's just
forever.
quarter. Your damage is just quarter.
Just
gone.
forever.
So I think that
It-
might be because all these
It
other
doesn't.
ones
It doesn't
describe
specify a time. Yeah.
turns or attacks. Yeah.
It
Yo,
just
you're
don't
right.
it
fucking
just
know.
broke.
Yo, we should definitely do that. We should definitely.
Just fucking. It's a 1d6, and that's not a 1d. That's a 1d6 now, baby.
We'll retroactively change the weapon statistics.
I just did. Wait, there's 2 damage types though. So what do I do?
It'll be for
Yes.
both. Both of them.
Yeah.
Below.
What's a fourth? What's a fourth
Actually,
of 1d10?
actually,
I.
no.
what's the-
It's reduced by a 4th, so it would still be more than that.
What?
What?
It's
How much
reduced
damage
by
does
a
it
What's
do?
a fourth of
Damage
a
does it do?
1d10? I don't fucking know.
2.5, bro.
Yeah. So what do if we round down?
About
That
7.5.
Yeah.
No,
Wait. D&D.
you would
D&D
round.
rules.
You would round down.
Yeah. D&D.
You would round down
rules,
to
you
the
always
next
round down.
die. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it does
it's a D8.
127 now.
It's
What?
no, what? No, next
Why
die,
are you rounding up? Why are you rounding up?
Because you round down, so you round.
But
There's
you
no
rounded up.
fucking D7.
I get what Viv is saying.
No,
Yeah,
so no. In this case, because we're working with the dice too, it would go to an 8. Yes.
Yeah.
Just because it's we're gonna say it's to the closest die.
It's a D6
So
and a
the
D8.
closest one would be a D8. Yeah. So we'll go with that.
Kind of
It's
cringe.
2 different. Yeah, so are you, but I don't fucking shout down every second die.
That's fair.
Cringe mini, baby. I'll fucking slick
That's
it.
a fair. I like it. I like that energy.
You called me a cringe
Okay.
mayday, baby. Fuck off.
Yeah, I did.
Number 8.
So I've done it twice. I'll do it again.
Your
Now
turn,
that's a
number
friend.
8.
You know what? I'm not gonna use the shock knuckles.
Oh,
I'm gonna use the scimitar.
Knuckles.
The turner is so fucked.
Yeah.
I'm fixing it as we go. Calm down.
Wait. I just remembered something.
What?
Shooting guards is an action. That attack wasn't even legal.
What?
Oh, you fucking idiot.
I couldn't make that attack. Fucking idiot.
Oh. We already changed the stats, dude. It's all G.
I'm keeping the stats. That's my fuck up.
Yeah, there you go. You still voided your warranty.
I'll take that on the chin.
Fuck it. Let's go with it, man. Who cares?
Let's go, bro.
Oh, man.
I'll sharpen that shit back up. I'll bring it back to its former glory. I just gotta figure out how to be a blacksmith. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Just use the menu, bro.
Insightful
I'm gonna use
fighting.
mending on the sunblade. That's a good
This
one.
thing does not have good charisma, Rhett, so you better fucking do well. Oh my god, 13 still.
Wait, wisdom, right? Or insight? Which one?
You do
Insight.
insight.
I never remember. Okay, insight. I literally always forget.
What should be a 12? It's a 16.
Hey! You have advantage. Or not advantage, you have sneak.
It's that simple.
I'm gonna eat a second box of my.
Well, yeah, I should attack on the bench because he's coming from behind, aren't I? Or is that?
No, so that's a 4E roll. That's different. You would have it. Flanking it doesn't. Flanking it gives you sneak attack.
He get hit by spirit guardians, idiot.
Oh my god, he does! You gotta roll a wisdom save!
You should roll that save. You should roll it good, buddy.
I can.
Oh!
Yeah, I am so okay with that.
Okay. That's
18.
18 damage.
Huh?
18.
Oh, 18.
Higher level cast, baby.
6. 8? No, 9. 9.
No, what? 9, yeah, what?
9.
Yeah, man.
5, and then.
I love when people hide from me.
I'm not intimidated. Anyway, This right here, scimitar glass. Is that?
It misses.
Ooh.
Bruh.
Ooh, okay.
AC 21 looking ass.
I still get sneak attacks. I don't fuck. Sneak.
Sure.
Watch. Now watch.
Katagoon, it's your turn, and I'm gonna pull you down to the right turn over here. There you go. But it is your
It's my turn,
turn.
So after he goes, then we're going back to normal order.
We're just going back to the. Yeah, I already fixed the order. We're good.
Yeah, the
He's just
proper.
gonna-
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't.
Before I do my thing, I have a question. Mind Spike isn't is a spell what I have. Does it have a visual effect on someone or just on the target in his mind?
That is a good question. Let's find out. Mind Spike. No, it doesn't look like it has a visual effect to it.
Well, then I cast Mind Spike.
Okay.
I hope I do it right. Oh, a cast. I have to cast at my highest spellcasting level, right?
If you can choose to do that, you can cast it
I
at any
can
level you want.
Oh.
You get more damage the higher you cast it, basically.
Yeah, you only have to do that if you're warlock.
He's a warlock.
Yeah, you have to. Have fun.
Okay, there you go.
So at my the highest in the level in which I have my highest spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
However many spell slots you have in that, that's all your spell slots, baby. You can
I
get
know.
back after
I
a
know.
short rest, though.
I know. Birdie told me that. I just wanted to reassure.
Yeah. Get that
So-
triple check, baby. I'm not still mad about the Sunblade, I promise. I'm fine.
Wisdom save. Bop.
Oh, come on!
So it takes half damage. Okay. So that's what, 27? What's half of 27? So it takes 13. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you
And,
see it recoil as you cast it. Doesn't seem to
Yeah.
like it too much.
And then I end my turn.
Okay. Yubacabra!
Yumbacambra.
Yuba.
Yabba dabba. Do. Hey.
Oh wait, it's Mr. Dog's turn. Ties go to. He made the check. I'm kind of sad. He takes 10 damage.
No, that's a wisdom check from the Mind Spike.
Oh, we should make another one.
He still makes
He
it.
makes
though.
it again.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Doesn't fucking matter.
So he takes half?
It's 10.
10 damage. Okay.
What the fuck do you mean +7 modifier?
Bruh.
I'm
This-
fucking mad. You're an animal.
Well, there's a lot of things to this.
Why does he have like 35 wisdom?
Fuck you.
25 wisdom, actually.
Oh.
It's wise.
Same dice, it's the same number. There's no difference. It's the same number. They're the same number. They're the same picture.
Alright, so he is going to claw attack Senna and bite at Rhett.
Could you
So
not?
claw attack on Senna,
Ow!
bite on Rhett.
Nigga, stop. What? If the target is a creature, it must succeed a DC 15 Constitution saving.
Yeah.
Am I?
So you need to make a DC, you need to make a con saving throw. Senna, you take 12 damage.
Fuck off.
DC 15 Constitution.
Ooh!
Yeah, well.
So you take 11 on top of 16. So you take 26 damage.
27.
27?
No?
Yeah,
11 plus
27.
6.
27, okay. So basically, as it bites you, wow, this could not have happened to a better person. Okay, as this thing bites you, you get very alarming flashbacks to Jet. This thing is sucking your blood. It is quite legitimately draining you of life. And after it finishes that, it is going to use its movement to do flyby, which means it's just going to whoop out of sight. And it'll jump back into the trees over here.
So we can't see it?
Yeah, so I'm not going to put it back on the GM layer. It's... You know generally where it is, but you can't quite see it. That is true. So, Elias... Well, he was going to do something, and now I can't see the fucking thing. He is going to...
I see you. I see you, Rat.
You ever freak out?
Man, he really can't do anything here, since he can't see it. Alright, he's gonna move up to there. And he's just gonna hold a spell again, because, yeah, he can't fucking see the motherfucker. Well, he could try to perceive it, actually. Oh, not bad! Okay, so then in that case, he's going to cast Scorching Ray at it. And miss. Okay, cool. Candace... Okay, she can see it, so she's gonna head over... Oh, she can't reach him. Okay, so she'll head over there. Senna, your turn.
I feel like I can move a lot. I could
So
technically.
you can't move at all!
I can teleport. And just.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
Step technically. I'm gonna hold on. How much range does this have again? Ah, yes, 20 feet. Well, good thing she just moved closer. Fucking killed herself. Shit. Now I can fireball.
You could fireball.
Yeah, but I'm gonna hit Candace.
You can center it further away to where it just catches the chupacabra on the edge.
I
Yeah,
guess.
assuming you hit him.
Yeah, assuming you hit him, yeah. You also can't quite see him. I mean, you know generally where he is, but yeah.
So
Yeah, you
this-
choose where it centers.
I'm gonna sit it here because it doesn't hit anyone there. Except it.
Okay. What's the range on it? 120? Oh yeah, you're good. Okay.
I'm gonna fucking big slap.
Dex
Bye.
save.
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
How many ones have we rolled today? Jesus Christ!
Is it so? Is fireball half damage or is it completely avoid damage?
It's half.
Okay. So then half of 34. Bop, 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 bop. 17. Okay. Yeah.
I'm also gonna move slightly closer because
Sure.
I need to see this thing.
Okay. Yeah. So you move up, kind of onto the pebbly shore of this this pond here.
While fear is overtaking my heart, and jump back into the trees, right?
Yeah.
I want to, you know what? Change it. You know, I see the blood. I feel it being drained. Overtakes my heart. Yeah, I scream, watch out for the jumping, the pound. Watch out for him pouncing again, right? And while doing that, I want a hand over onto the elephant right in front of me,
Okay.
and I want to quietly say while I'm, trying to keep blood pouring out from the hole that I was just. He sucks blood. It sucks blood.
Ah, yeah, it does. That's gotta suck. You should make a wisdom save.
That's technically true. No, wait. I do want to look because I decided to look at his.
At what?
Spirit guardians. How do they work? I am curious.
It's an AoE around me.
Oh, just actively like at the start of every turn.
Whenever it's your turn, and you're still in it, you take the damage. Hold on. I got you. Hold on.
So you make the wisdom save to see whether you take half damage or not, basically.
Yeah. It's 15 feet around me, and when you're in there, you also have half speed. There's a little board.
Ooh,
So ideally, you want to run, right?
No. All right. And you said it was a 15 that I have to beat?
It is a 16 you have to beat, but it is a 15 radius around. Wow, you suck.
take 24 damage as all of his spirit guardians
I'm
dive
down.
bomb you.
I'm down.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
You know, you really gotta stop hiding. Like I do this at the start of every fight. You can't really need
Hold on. This is important though. Only spirit guardians have finally been effective, just on a teammate.
They're always effective. They just really don't care. They've
Oh my
times. It's not a lot.
Yo!
Well, if this took place at the start of my turn, I didn't actually have to roll a death save this turn?
No, you don't have to roll a death save until next turn.
Oh.
So, yeah, but Feel, you watch. Katagoon, you watch as well. Red walks up, tries to put his hand on Hierophant's shoulder, and gets dive bombed by these spectral and angelic things. And he fucking falls backwards. He's unconscious.
Oh shit! I can't think of how he'd react right now. I'm fucking.
Oh, Katagoon!
He has to get hit too, doesn't he? Because it's a 15-foot radius.
No, because he.
It's only people that I can't see.
Yeah, he does. He designates
Whenever I
friendly.
cast it,
Spider-Man.
whenever I cast it, I have to be able to physically see. I have to be able to physically see everybody that isn't affected. You were hidden, so I couldn't see you. So you were affected.
Oh.
I can choose who isn't affected based on when I can see them.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't see you because you stealthed instantly. Because every fucking fight, I do this, and you guys still decide, oh, I'm gonna go into the fucking ether dimension and not let him cast his big damage spell that he gets every turn for free. Oh, thanks, Birdie, cunt.
Well, you didn't hit me, so.
Yeah, it's because I didn't cast it in the
Don't-
fucking.
don't
what's
worry,
that? What's that? What was that last fight? When did? It's because I didn't cast it in the one to go fight until like halfway through.
Don't worry.
I didn't want to hurt someone. Red was a smartass, so I didn't care. So I cast it anyway, and then I killed him. Fine, everything's fine.
Katagoon, what are you doing?
I want to cast Everard's Black Tentacles right
Ooh.
about. Wait a second. Yeah, right about here. Do you see
Okay.
my arrow? I don't know how to ping.
Yeah, I see it.
So wait a second. Where is it? There.
Okay.
That.
Deck safe. Sure. Okay, so he makes it. Now is that another one that's half, or what is that one?
Yeah, it's a. Wait, how can I post a description?
I don't know if you can. I think you just have to copy paste it.
Okay, wait a second. Da, da, da.
Wait.
Creature that starts. Okay, so. Yeah, so it just completely misses it. Okay, good to know. Cool. But yeah, now there's a giant writhing mass of tentacles in that general area.
And nobody knows where it came from. I don't know. Just
Alright.
appeared.
Fuck you!
Hey, so my current build is a MSI Z97S SLI Crate Edition ATX LGA 1150 motherboard. And what's lovely about the number 1150 is that considering that one of my
I'm
greatest
dying.
friends
Help
is
me, I'm
now
dying.
hurt, That's the amount of damage I'm going to do to this chupacabra.
Okay.
That's a big number.
I know. It's like it's a number that you could. It's almost like a stimulus check delivered by several world governments.
Oh.
Considering that I can't see it
You know,
on the
in a
map.
lot of countries that's recurring. And they are
Yeah,
paid
but not
multiple
in-
times.
Not in the United States, and I wonder why that is. Do you know
I
what,
wonder.
Catastrophe?
Yeah.
Let me roll perception to find out why that is, and also look for the chupacabra.
Okay.
That's a really wide perception check. I don't know if that's doable.
Maybe insight's more appropriate. Fuck.
Small.
That's in canon why I
Just
saw
like the
it.
average American, you have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, it's in canon. I didn't see shit because I'm fucking
Why is he dying? What happened?
cunt. I'm crying.
Hey, it's me, Pandora. Welcome to my new unboxing video. Hey! Alright, what are you doing?
Well, considering I don't see shit, I'm gonna move, you know? I'm gonna,
It's
I'm
some
gonna get on.
movement.
Yeah. I am the jive king of Vita Arnasa.
Hey! Oh, hey!
Maybe this is a bad position to be.
Hierophant!
Alright. I have multiple ideas.
You should res him just so he can die to it again.
That's a good idea.
I should have helped our friend named Reds. I forgot that he was dead, even though I mentioned it on my turn.
This is some funny shit, man.
You don't know how close when I heard bro say that he was on the other side of Oni and he said he was gonna cast the Black Tendrils. I was about to do me a favor and stabilize me. I didn't want to, because if you say it, then it, and so you should.
Is dash an action or a bonus action?
Only just save your action. I can stabilize him at a distance for the bonus action. That's
I
fine.
didn't answer my question.
It's an action.
Dash is
I'm
an
gonna
action.
dash over here. I'm like, hi,
Go
friend.
ahead.
And then I turn around, and I decide, you know what? Do that to the red.
Okay.
And I say, just shoot him. No hitty swingy. No hitty swingy, shoot. And that's my turn.
And then
Okay.
they pull out some Glocks. And then it's not as fun.
Pull out the Glocky! Let's start getting cocky. Let's go. Okay. So you get 10 health, Rat. You come back. Chupacabra starts its turn in your area.
And pounces the shit out of me.
It does not like me.
So 17. So roll the damage, Oni, so we know what it takes. Thank you.
14.
That's 14. Thank you. I'm glad you're good at math, because I'm not. All right.
Amazing.
It is going to scrabble on over to Senna and start attacking.
Not
So here's a fun thing about the Chupacabra.
Ah! No.
So both of these are at advantage.
Oh.
25 on the claws.
Sure.
25 on the bites!
Sure, go
Yeah.
ahead.
You're dead.
So
Go
8
on.
damage on the claw attack.
said
And
pass.
then 13. Oh shit! Okay,
What's that
so what's that?
15
So
from?
that was me accidentally clicking it twice. That 15 disregard. That was the second claw attack I
Oh,
accidentally
hell,
double-clicked.
hello, 24 HP. How you doing?
So, and then you also need to make a con save or it's gonna suck your blood.
You can fucking suck my cock. Hold on. See, like I told you.
Hey! You make that, so it's not able to do that. Cool. And then bonus action, it is going to fly into the air over here. So it is in the air. Flying above you
fuck it.
guys.
I wanna...
And of course it does have flyby, so no opportunity attacks.
Motherfucker, you bit me in my dick. I'm gonna...
Is there anything for flying? Man, fuck. Oh, here we go. There you go, flying. Okay. Elias's turn. He's going to try into the Scorching Ray at it. Fucking misses. Okay.
Nice one.
Candace looks over to you, Hierophant, and goes, "This motherfucker won't stop moving."
You know, I
want it to hurt him, and I'm really sad now.
She's gonna try running over to it again. Senna!
Anger. Chaos Bolt at its ass.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
I do want to cast it at rank 3, so I'm gonna.
Sure.
Hold on. How much is it? Fuck. Kind of cringe. So it's like. What? What do I need to do? This spell's weird. So I need to roll the damage
Brett,
type.
I love that.
I need to roll the damage type and then also. What? So 2d8 plus 3d8, no, 3d6. Yes, I think that's right. Now looking at one of the d8s, 6. I rolled the same number on both d8s. So it leaps to someone else.
What?
I'm not attacking the Chupacabra anymore.
What?
I'm attacking someone else.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
That's what Chaos Bolt does. If I
What
roll the
did you
same
just
number on
do?
both, if I roll the same number on both d8s, it leaps to a different creature of my choice. So I need to pick someone to take the
Make a
damage.
new attack
so
roll
we
against the
got her.
target and make a new
Of your
damage roll.
choice.
And oh yeah.
Oh, you
need
get
to
to
make
choose! Oh!
I need to make the choice, but I can choose whoever.
yeah.
Who's
So
tanky?
how
Candace.
far is it up? How far is it up in the air?
It's 20 feet. I mean, it's not flying very high.
I've
It's
got
just off
distance.
round.
So, oops. I'm just gonna target Candace with this, and now I need to make a new damage roll. Well,
Oh no.
so R2.
Okay, so if it's 18, will it do?
Now it's.
Oh my god.
Okay, so she takes. What would hurt her the least? I'll say fire. 17 fire damage.
17 fire damage.
I could have done thunder, but that would probably hurt.
We're doing a really good job of killing ourselves.
17 fire damage. Okay.
Except it's just
So
like,
it bounces off the Chupacabra and right down to her, and smacks into her, and you hear her audibly saying, "What the fuck? You piece of shit!" She's not very happy with you. All right, number 8.
I'm gonna bite into this toothpaste.
Do it
Let me
right now.
ask you a question. You want to know what a bad decision looks like? You want to know what a good decision looks
I would love to see it.
like?
Brett, go on, my son, show me.
Oh my god, he knows. He knows. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Is this a bush? Is this
Yes.
A bush? Is this bush big enough to hide me?
No. No, it's
No.
not.
What about this one
Shrug.
behind me?
Buddy.
Hiding
The bush
killed you
directly
last
behind
time.
you? Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Compare your token size to the bush size, basically, is how I would say.
Okay, so if it's at least 2 of them, then I'm probably alright.
Yeah.
We're not really talking about it. Is the M1911 a finesse weapon?
Yes, it is.
Finesse the shit out of him.
I got the glass. Ooh,
Hey.
don't say it. Don't say it missed.
22 did not
Miss.
miss.
But it also does not hit.
15 and 13, so that's 28.
Yeah, that's 28.
How do you want to kill the Chupacabra?
Oh,
Yeah, oh boy. 4 shots. One takes. I hit the fang just right and run. 2 in
Okay.
the head and 1 on the wing to get him on the ground.
You shoot 4 times? Okay.
Yeah.
Bow, 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 bow. It drops from the sky and is dead.
I still can only hop.
I don't know what it is, but something about that makes me want to scream out. Can't have shit. That was a good. Yeah, that was.
Okay.
That's
Cool. Combat is over. Well, combat with the Chupacabra is. Candace is gonna walk over to you, Senna. She's gonna fucking. She's gonna fucking deck you.
That's reasonable.
Ow.
So I'll use the arm blade attack for the roll. 19. Would a 19 hit you?
Dude,
Yeah,
yes.
it would. So she does.
She does all the
You
damage.
take 3 damage as she walks over. You can feel
Oh,
the
I'm
metal
down.
in her fist as she just right across your cheek.
Bro, I'm down.
Fucking pops
Oh,
you.
God, fuck.
And then she just stares
Imagine
at
she
you.
just knocked me out and killed me. If I hit on a rock, I'm dead.
Oh shit. So yeah, the Chupacabra's body falls to the ground. Elias is gonna go check it out. You immediately hear him going, ugh. This thing's fucking ugly. Oh damn.
Senna hops over. Boing.
Yeah, I go over too.
Look at this ugly mug. Goodness.
My legs aren't working.
Well, it's kind of like what they say, but not exactly. It's got some mighty fangs on it, doesn't it? Goodness.
I
Yeah.
think this one's scuffed. It's different.
I don't know. I also don't know what's going on with that red moon up there, but, alright. Guess that's a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
Can I roll to somehow bring the blood moon and the cursed chupacabra into connection? Insight?
Yeah, roll insight.
Yeah.
So you have never seen a blood moon before. They don't happen. So it is bizarre. Looking at the Chupacabra, it's kind of vampiric looking. So you're not really sure. I mean, you could probably draw
Son
some
of a bitch.
conclusions, but yeah, you're not really. You have never
let's
seen a
talk
blood
about
moon
the
before.
fact that 2 of us have just gotten bit by it.
Oh, you get used to it, man. Hey, it's just fine, right? It happens a lot. Too much. You get used.
So why did I get bitten by a vampire?
Right? It's yeah, you know. We might have to go back to that tree. That's what fixed it before. If it even is initiated that.
Elias looks at you and says, what do you mean? What's something wrong?
This thing is vampiric, Just look at
Alright.
and it bit me.
Do you feel weird?
Do I?
Nah, you feel. I mean, it kind of
Aren't
hurts, but.
you
no.
already undead? Isn't this person? I just realized. Aren't you already dead?
Yes? Is that?
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah. It depends on what Will's version of vampires are in this world. Cause like there's a couple of different ones, and that kind of actually matters. Cause sometimes you need to die to become a time, because you're like in this place. Good talk. Good.
That was a really great conversation.
Will, what's the deal with vampires?
What's
Oh, you were asking me?
Find a
Yes.
fucking
We
book,
try to
bro.
have to know. We can't go forward. And
So
find out.
there's vampires like Zenhunjet. That's like that's a classical type of vampire. You know what? Roll me. Everybody, roll me insight checks to see if you guys roll a good enough insight check. I'll just explain what this thing is to you.
That works.
Shit, I think
Oh,
I'm,
no.
I think I'm fine.
Talk.
Right, roll. Like I'm gonna explain it to you, but this roll is basically if you know that with your character.
Yeah, you said we were rolling.
Insight.
What wisdom?
Insight. So this Chupacabra is vampiric, but it's not vampiric to the extent of like it's gonna turn you into something. It shares the What makes it vampiric is the blood sucking. It sustains itself on blood. That's really as far as it goes in terms of vampiric. So
it's not
it's not going to turn you into anything. It's just basically it sustains itself on blood. So it's dead now, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, but it's not going to have side effects on you. It's just it drinks blood to sustain itself.
Well, I'm fine.
I will say though, with the blood moon, you get the feeling with the blood moon you get the feeling it wouldn't normally be the way it was. The blood moon seems to have kicked it into a bit of a frenzy.
Red haze coming.
Yeah, and blood moons do not happen in Vita, like, naturally. That is a sign of basically Zanhunjet.
I guess we gotta go over there now, otherwise we're fucked.
It's basically a sign of like his power growing, and he kind of influences things. Like the blood moon kind of influences things in the world to change. Undead will rise sometimes. Chupacabra like this will be powered up, basically. So
Sometimes chaos swords will hit teammates.
Sometimes, yeah,
Spirit Guardians will
sometimes.
fucking tackle people. And kill them.
It's pretty normal. Sometimes
So.
you just roll like 12 crit fails in a row.
Fucking Tom Brady guards and shit.
So yeah, so that's basically what that is. Out of character, in character, you know. Based on your insight rolls.
Yeah, we still don't.
That's, yeah.
So Senna just says like, honestly, it's kind of just like a mosquito.
We'll see what happens. We can't do anything about it anyway. We're in the middle of the woods. Hey!
All right, I think we'll leave it off there, and pick up next week.
Wait, I gotta know how'd the thumb wrestling go?
Oh, yeah.
Who won?
You know, me and Brick can honestly roll numbers between like 1 and 10, whoever gets highest wins. Or we could do strength checks against dexterity save. We also can do that.
It would just be strength versus strength.
There you go.
Roll strength versus strength.
bro. Let's get that right now.
Is it strength saving throw or
Nope, just strength.
Okay.
Watch you clobber me right here now. I'm
Ooh.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have been completely honest. I've had practice. I've been cheating. I've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah, you've been doing it for a minute, and that's respectable. That shows that it's a good hustle.
Oh, very much. It's an art form.
So,
Yeah, it is. It's like anything that's a mini game in Grand Theft Auto 4 is an art form.
Oh my god, dude. Have you ever played Kickbacks? It's a game I just made up, and it would be such a great game. It would be so good. It's like patty cake, but with the back of your...
So for today's session, everybody gets 415 XP.
415.
415.
By the way, about 415.
What a wonderful world.
Thank you, Senna, because I did not put the XP in from the last, and I was gonna bank on somebody.
Thank you for the math, buddy.
Hey,
I'm gonna.
thank me for having quick hands and using Goop. Hey,
Hands aren't
I
real.
don't do maths. I'm dumb.
It'd be like that.
Hands aren't real. Hands aren't.
So,
Hands on real.
Zano.
Actually, we're all just cats with paws
Yeah.
no.
and voice changers too.